Hey.
All right, what's up, guys?
What's up, ESA?
Hello. Hope everybody's ready for some Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door. Gonna be ready to go here in just a minute. Oh yeah, gotta take the memory card out. Save 5 seconds. There we go. All right, if we're all ready, do we want to go ahead and get started on the count of 3? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck, have fun, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Ooh. All right.
Okay.
So getting started here, if you watched Jake's Paper Mario 64 run a couple days ago, you'll notice this is the exact same house. TTYD is the sequel to Paper Mario 64. It actually runs on the exact same engine, and so it's really just Paper Mario 64, but better. Plot here is Luigi and Mario get a letter from Princess Peach saying she's got a treasure map, and so she wants Mario to go to the city and talk with her to get some treasure.
And like Jake said, to save 5 seconds when they first go from the file select screen, they all remove their memory cards and then put them back in after they entered the game, just to prevent one extra save from happening. They'll save later in the run, don't worry.
We will see a bridge skip. I can see that on the chat.
we
I don't
won't,
know.
actually.
Maybe not.
Won't be good for the sake of the race.
Yeah.
Fake, I mean.
I don't want anyone to be behind by 10 minutes at the start of the run.
Yes.
Just save beforehand.
Jack, I seem to be able to hear another runner's game audio. I'm not sure if it's Hackedia or Alw0.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, who's going to get the super guard?
All of us.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big changes between Paper Mario and TTYD is that there's now super guarding. So it is a 3-frame window. If you hit that, then you will take no damage, and depending on the type of attack, you'll hit the opponent for 1 damage.
And unlike in Paper Mario 64, you get all of your action commands from the get-go. So you can guard, you can super guard, jump and hammer, you can do everything you ever dreamed of.
Yeah, Tech, I can hear one of the others, one of the other runners' game audio, if that could be resolved. Tech.
All right, I got it second try.
Nice.
I might be washed.
I feel like I have a delay of like half a second on my inputs.
Yeah, I believe it's Alw0's audio that I'm hearing in my headset on top of mine. Okay.
And this scene here just kind of showcases how great the engine is. Like, you see all these characters on the screen. Plot here is that the main enemy of this game is the X-Nauts. It's not Bowser this time. And these X-Nauts are trying to get our treasure map for some reason. They're kind of silly, though. They didn't notice Mario escape.
They can't see through those glasses, they're pretty thick.
Alright, so as you can see here, this is a much, I guess, darker game than Nintendo would create now. There's graffiti, there's the mafia, and yeah, in the back here, you'll see this background scene happening of the two mafias of this city, Rogueport, duking it out. We can actually just kind of sit here for a while, because even if we mash through this cutscene with Toadsworth, the scene in the background will still occur, and we have to just wait for it to happen until we can continue.
Now we will see Mario get his first partner, Goombella. And the game will give us a nice little cutscene to teach us what Goombella does, what her ability is. And also, there's a small chance that we'll see a Goomba moonwalking off the right of the screen. Which is
Backwards
called
walking Goomther?
Backwards walking Goomther.
No.
Not from Jake.
No, not for
Not
me.
from Alw0. Hackedia?
No.
Oh.
Unlucky.
Rip. Let's reset, guys.
So the way that works is sometimes depending on the location of the Goomba and where it's walking in the overworld, because it is just a copy of an existing Goomba in Rogueport Square. If that Goomba is walking to the left, as it's walking right in the tutorial, he'll change directions. Right there, we just stepped on an old woman's contact lenses for fun and profit.
Why'd she leave it on the ground, man?
Why'd you leave it on the ground? They don't just fall out. Anyway, that is important to abuse the elderly. It's
What?
important. It's important later in the game. Let me correct myself. We need to get into Western Rogueport, and the only way to do that without glitches so far is just to unfortunately step on Zesti's contact lenses, and she won't let us into the square until we do that. So in the shop, what they did was order a pair of contact lenses to replace the ones that we so cruelly stepped on.
We also did some tactical shopping because as soon as we enter East Rogueport, we get robbed and we lose half of our coins. But good thing spent on what we want.
I hope nobody is gonna take the tutorial.
I definitely did do that earlier today. Definitely not. I would never.
Yeah, so here we have a very, very, very tough trick to start off the run. It's called tutorial skip. And it's a very precise input that you have to do at a very precise window. You have to move the control stick to the correct option and press A. Very, very difficult.
hard.
Let's see if everybody gets through this. Okay, let's have a moment of quiet here to see. Let's make sure that all three runners get past this barrier.
Let's go.
There we go. Hackedia,
Nice.
I think I've never been that slow on this textbook.
nice job.
Yay!
Easiest, hardest trick in the game right there.
And the game forces an encounter on us just to test that we know what we're doing.
This is your first real battle. You're supposed to fight these guys, but we're okay with that. We don't gotta do that.
Yeah, the game gives us 3 different types of enemies. Ones that are normal, ones that you can't jump on, and ones that you have to jump on. We use an item instead to not do any of those things.
Yeah, fright masks are really, really good. They have a 100% chance to work on Goombas, so really good for this fight.
Yeah, fright masks scare away enemies, and they have a chance to not work that increases with how strong an enemy is. Unfortunately, you don't get any experience or star points from enemies that you use fright masks on, but they're fast, so we like to use them when we can.
By the way, all of us runners agreed that each time we get an unintentional
Ah,
encounter, we are
Oh,
gonna pay
Five!
$5. So there goes 5 for Alw0, 5 for me, maybe? No, okay. Rather take a dip in the water than take the encounter.
yeah, each encounter takes at least, what, 5 or 6 seconds?
It's more like 11.
11.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty slow.
double.
And you drop your coins as you run away, so that's also bad. At least in this game, whenever you drop your coins, you're always going to drop 5 coins, I believe. So at least it's consistent.
Hey, Hackedia, that's a pretty weird chest. I don't think you should open that.
That's right, yeah. What's weird about it?
Kind of
I don't see
big and
anything.
black, and it's got spikes on it.
Yeah, the spikes, they're kind of creepy, man.
No, I think it's chill.
But that's a chest, we cannot avoid it, you know?
Oh, you are both at the
That's
same
a
thing.
huge-
That's crazy.
Oh,
Tied to the frame.
Ooh, that looks bad.
this is our first curse. We are going to get the curse of being able to turn into a paper airplane.
How horrifying.
Get scammed.
I wouldn't want to turn into a paper airplane.
But
That'd
what
hurt.
if you're already paper?
Okay, that's fair. So this is the first movement option that we get in the game.
Where do you go, guys?
All of
I
those
don't know.
curses
Good
that
way.
we get throughout the game are mostly options for Mario to move in the overworld, and this allows us to fly, which you do have to be on a plane panel to activate it, so you can't just fly around willy-nilly. But
Oh,
there's $5
5
for
for
Hackedia.
Arcadia.
Yeah.
We got the first glitch of the game, Blooper Skip, coming up right here.
Yeah, so Blooper Skip uses what we call HRG, Hazard Respawn Glitch. In this particular glitch, our runners will have to 2 frame-perfect jumps and land in the water. If they do so correctly, usually when you fall into the water, there's a little chain chomp that comes in and chomps you and puts you right back to where you were before you fell. But if we do 2 frame-perfect jumps, the game doesn't know where we were, and so instead puts us on the middle of the map, which is basically exactly where you want to go.
And keep in mind this game is at 60 frames per second, so 2 frame-perfect jumps is nothing to sneeze at.
There we go.
Nice,
Wow.
like Jake's there. And Hackedia to follow.
While Alw0 tries to get this, the way that this works is the game doesn't calculate where Mario should respawn after falling in the water until Mario has been on the ground for a frame. This is similar to loading zone storage in Paper Mario. If you saw, we did frame-perfect jumps to change where the game thinks we should be.
Nice. Now all runners are in Chapter 1.
Yeah, I was really scared about the blooper ski because it seems to have almost 1 second of lags. The inputs.
Yeah, Blooper Skip is pretty tricky.
Yeah, also yeah, that's the first glitch and also one of the hardest, yeah. Because you have to get a frame just visually. You don't have any timing for it, so it's kind of random.
You also notice that we still have this old Goomba following us. We never really introduced him. This is Professor Frankly. He is not supposed to be with us right now, but because we never activated the cutscene so that he stays in his little house, he's just gonna hang out around us for a little bit.
Also, you'll see all 3 runners jumping around, and while they are doing it for fun, it also saves time. Mario goes faster forward and backwards as opposed to left to right, and by chaining frame-perfect jumps after switching directions from top or bottom to left to right, we can keep a little bit of that speed going.
In the background, we can actually do small jumps to move a little bit faster. Mario just moves faster when he jumps in the background, so don't have to speed swap, just have to jump to save a little bit of time in the background.
Also, while unfortunately we didn't do Bridge Skip in this instance, once we get into the town, Petalburg, there's a chance Frankly will also attempt Bridge Skip.
Yes.
Oh!
He went for a dip.
You know, it's hot. It's summertime. He
That's
just
true.
wanted to cool off.
Alright, so you saw in the background, or a few minutes ago, we entered a cutscene and this big old dragon went to this castle. The plot here is that this castle has been terrorizing this little town, and we gotta talk to the mayor and find a way to get to that castle and save the villagers.
Unfortunately, this old man asks a lot of questions and he's hard of hearing, so it takes a little while to get the message across.
What's that, Murphy?
What's that, Murphy? Yeah, he calls Mario Murphy for the entire rest of the game. He never gets the name right.
I think he calls him Mardio, maybe.
Yeah, you're thinking of someone else.
So this town is a direct reference to Pokemon. Not sure if you-
Heidelberg.
We are in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Ow! Give it away from me. Scary Goomba.
It can smell the $5 a mile away.
It's coming for my money.
Speaking of which, do we have time for a few quick donations?
Yeah.
Sure.
Brilliant. There's also a public service announcement because when you do donate, if you on the Tiltify page at the top, you should see a little tab that says targets. You can put that money towards your targets, no matter how much or how little you donate. So it costs you absolutely nothing, and we do definitely want to see that Flavio incentive getting met. We have a $2 donation from Mayor Click that says, "I can't wait for you to be done with this game, Jake, so you can go back to Super Metroid speedrunning." Good luck, racers. Timmons donates $10 towards the Get Flavio incentive and says, "Good luck." And Morky donates $2 without putting it towards the target. But the donation message reads, "This is for Jakey Poo and Flavio." Put it to the Flavio target. So
Guess
come
you
on.
gotta donate $10.
Gotta donate it again.
Thank you, guys.
But thank you very much for those donations. Please do keep them coming.
Now, getting Flavio would be so great because while Frankly's following us right now, we could get Flavio following us, and he's just a silly little French guy. Like, silly.
A silly little French guy.
Don't you want to see a silly little French guy in a silly captain's hat? I promise it's worth it. He goes everywhere he's not supposed to.
Yes, the answers on this question are always the same. We just have to memorize which options to click. 1, 3, 4, 2, 3.
Yeah, we didn't have to learn Japanese to run the game actually. That's a good thing.
Also, during some of the turns, the thwomp, that's a thwomp, right?
Yes. A thwomp.
Has a chance to ask, "Are you sure?" And that literally does nothing but lose time. So it's RNG if you get it or not.
Except for when you selected the wrong question and then he saves you. Then it saves time.
Hackedia.
That's right.
What's the 6 and 7 again?
Does he know? Do you remember, Hackedia?
I didn't make the mistake actually. So,
But do you remember, though? What are 6 and 7? He doesn't remember.
6 and 7? Yeah, 1 and 2.
Oh, he remembers. Good job.
Nice.
Thanks to Jake, of course.
That's, yeah. 1, 2, and then the next quiz, they're 3, 4. So really easy to remember.
So now our worst enemy is gonna show up really soon, which are the fuses, yeah. Because their behavior is really, really random.
Yeah, it's actually different between the Japanese and the US version. In the US version, it's actually a lot easier to avoid the fuzzies than the Japanese.
Ironically, because they see you better on the US version, so they're more predictable. These guys on JP are blind.
And when they spot you, they're gonna be predictable because they will just go straight to you.
Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, sometimes they will still go straight to you even though they don't see you, which is even harder to avoid.
The reason we're in here is because we need to collect the Sun and Moonstone.
Sun and Moonstone?
Yeah,
Is this Pokemon?
could be.
Wow.
But these are needed to activate this little puzzle where we use to actually get into Hooktail's castle.
What are you doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I was blocking the entry. Like a bodyguard.
Puppy guarding.
Classic.
All right, so this gold fuzzy fight, not too complicated. We're just going to jump 2x and then head bonk 2x, and hopefully we're going to hit a super guard. Then we can finish with 2 more jumps and a fire flower.
So this game is really similar to the first game of the license, which is Paper Mario 6. Paper Mario, and it's actually the same engine. The only difference is it's kind of an improvement of the first game because it really have the same concept. And
Wasn't ready.
yeah.
We're just gonna double fire flower.
So one of the new stuff that are in the game are, for example, the super guard, which allow us to reverse all the damages, not reverse, absorb them and just do one damage instead. But instead of having a frame for that, like the guard will allow us, it's gonna be only 3. Yeah.
Did we all miss the super guard once?
Yes.
Well, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? We're washed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use 2 fire flower here. And since I was expected to miss, I took the fire flower in the sewers, so I think I'm fine.
Yeah, as you can imagine, in a game with items, the item routing is very specific for the speedrun, and the items, especially in the early game, are very broken. Mario can only do, in a single turn, without badges, 2 damage, and fire flowers do 3 damage to all enemies, so that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So there is a lot of back and forth in the game.
Yes, lots of backtracking. As you'll see, we will skip a lot of the chapters, so we'll be able to avoid a lot of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the route of this game is really funny to watch because we are going pretty everywhere. We're not respecting anything at all.
Yeah, there are a lot of sequence break, and we will actually see most of the chapter, but not all of them.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna talk about the route a bit later.
Yeah, a little bit after chapter 1.
Yeah, I'll try to keep track of which chapter we're in, because it should be pretty easy to follow. So we went from prologue into chapter 1, so that seems pretty straightforward so far.
Yeah. This is Koops, by the way.
Sure.
Gonna be our second partner. We're gonna be able to shoot him, and we can hold him and move around, so he's helpful for grabbing stuff, hitting switches, stuff like that.
I think his design is so silly because he has a short-sleeved hoodie.
We like Koops. He's a
That's
cool
the
little
drill.
guy.
Short sleeve hoodie and a band-aid on his nose. He knows what he's doing, man.
This is Coop's girlfriend, Koopy Koo. She's not super happy about Koops wanting to go to the castle to avenge his dad. Wants him to stay, but he's still gonna go, so he throws a little tantrum. It's alright.
Coupeline.
I mean, to be fair, if my partner was going into a spooky castle with a dragon to certain death, I'd be pretty mad too.
I understand.
Makes sense.
Got time for a few more donations?
Sure.
Brilliant. Thank you guys so much for the continued donations. We have $10 from Tart. That has also gone towards the Flavio incentive. The message reads, "Good luck to all runners, but mostly Jake.
Aw.
Wishing everyone a first try Palace skip item drop." Thank you so much for that. We have $2 from Merc that says, "I can't wait for you to be done with this race check so you can go back to Super Metroid speedrunning." So thanks for the message again. There's also another $2 donation from Morky that said, "Third time's a charm. Love you, Jakey Poo." That did go towards the Get Flavio target.
Let's go.
We have a $10 anonymous donation that says, love Paper Mario runs at ESA specifically, and also huge thanks to Jake Bop for the wingman. Thank you so much for that $10, whoever you are.
You got a lot of fans, Jake.
And finally, we have $10 from Flavio Train that reads, the Flavio Train is getting ready to leave the station. $5 per ticket. Come along. Good luck to our racers and much love. Guess which target that went towards?
Was it the Dragon Quest 11 glitch showcase?
Ah, no, so close. It was actually the Get Flavio target.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never would have guessed.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah.
Still lots of time to get your donations in, guys. We really want to see Flavio. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't talk it up enough. Very, very, very funny to have Flavio around.
Yeah, we encourage you to donate for that.
Woo! These guys are really trying to take my money.
Oh,
Oh my God.
ninja room over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call these lovingly the Ninja Turtles because, well, they come swooping in like ninjas. We unfortunately need a very overpowered badge
Oh my
in this
goodness.
room. Power
Please
bounce.
help me. Oh. What's happening
Nice
here,
job,
bro?
Hackedia.
Paid actor, yeah. Did you pay them, Jake?
I might have. Gotta pay
What is he
somebody.
doing?
Okay, can I get red bones early here? I got the first frame perfect input.
Nice, let's
Just gotta
go.
mash my mind out now. Come on.
Here, Coop sees a skeleton that he
Funny.
thinks might be his dad, and
Dang
there
it.
is a letter that was left, and he asks Mario if we should read it, and we say no. Don't
Whoa,
read
Katia?
the last words of your father, because we're trying to go faster.
I mean, to be fair, he's not even sure that's his father, so.
I mean, he has the same colored boots. Come on.
So there is a totally skippable glitch here that only saved 2 seconds, but it would have been nice to showcase it for the run. Okay, but it's a 2-frame perfect glitch, so
Yeah, 2 frame perfect inputs, so a little tough. We're all gonna upgrade badge power here, badge points.
Oh yeah, this is our first level up. This works like Paper Mario 64. We can either upgrade HP, FP, or BP. Level management is really important in this game. As you'll see later, every time you level up, you also gain all your FP and HP back, which will be really important later.
Well, it looks like you're doing the Goombella route, Hackedia.
yeah, I did a huge mistake because of the input delay. I was pretty sure I was going right, but it seemed the delay has absorbed my input. So now I have FP.
I think you need to get Bobbery.
Well, we better meet that Flavio incentive.
Just
wow.
come to see Chico.
It's gonna be really hard.
So as you see, Alw0 and Hackedia just did, they picked up a star piece. We'll be picking up a few of those throughout the run to get an important badge for later.
You just have to do the old route when you break the wall to see Chip Repo, you know.
Oh yeah, true, that's probably smart. Yeah, just chat repo it.
So even if the incentive is not actually reached, I think you should do it. I think you should do it anyway.
Oh, we're meeting the incentive. Come on, guys. We want Flavio, right?
Yeah,
Flavio
we-
is amazing, guys.
Yeah.
You don't know how much he's amazing.
Go on, Jack, we believe in you. Flavio wants to help cure Alzheimer's.
Come on, moon jumping.
For the French!
It's so amazing. I'm gonna get it anyway, guys.
Same.
Yeah, so in the Japanese version of this game, for some reason in the spike room, there's a chance that Koops or Frankly will do a moon jump, and they'll just jump really high. We'll see if Hackedia or Alw0 get it.
Come on, jump!
Jake, don't open that.
Frankly's freaking out back there, man. He's stuck. Poor little guy.
Great, you got cursed again.
Damn, get scammed.
Yikes.
This curse is called Paper Curse, and this is what really, really breaks the game, allows us to do a ton of cool skips. But it's really simple. Mario can just turn into paper the other way.
I didn't even realize paper mode is actually very important for several glitches. That's an interesting note, yeah. Very important.
Yeah, it seems the least flashy out of all of them, given that Mario just turns 90 degrees, but it changes his hitbox, so we can get into some places that we shouldn't be able to.
This is also the last curse we'll get, even though there are 4 in all.
What, you mean we're not gonna finish all the chapters?
Yeah, no, we are.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad, guys.
I was like, when I cannot equip multi-bounce, guys.
No.
I remember after that, oh damn, I'm in big trouble now.
Oh yeah, because you did it. Yeah.
Most of us now is just trying to get to the top of the castle, find Hooktail. Peter.
So you're gonna get a fast Hooktail then.
Oh, that is true. He gets to go faster on
That's
Hooktail.
right.
You don't need to use any honey syrup.
But the frame perfect jump gonna be very hard.
Coming up here, we got window jump.
Yeah, true.
Saves about 8 seconds if we can jump into the window. Avoid having to hit another switch. There's a really cool backup that I get to show off if I miss it. So let's...
Yeah, you're ahead. Just miss it.
Rip. No cool backup. If I was cool, I would show it off anyways.
Alright, my turn. I show the backup. Nope.
There you just saw Jake get a life shroom, a quick shot with Coops, gets an item that ordinarily we'd have to fall down and use paper mode to get.
Only loses the amount of time it takes us to mash the button to clear the live stream message. So very, very quick to grab that. Probably gonna go ahead and pick up this extra honey syrup here, just in case Hooktail goes poorly.
That's a good idea.
And now let's see if Jake can do 8 frame perfect inputs to avoid this encounter that is never done.
Only
RTA.
7 frame perfect inputs away.
So
I mean,
close.
6, 7, something like that. One day.
Like the third does.
Right there, I press A at the sort of at the end of running away from that encounter. You get a little boost called speed glitch if you do it on the right set of frames.
And with that, I think we have a little bit more time for some donations.
All right, well, thank you very much. We have $10 from your boy Natty, who's unfortunately forgot to contribute to the target of getting Flavio, but did. Right, Jake, did you grab various suits yet? Good luck on the run, man, and much love.
Oh no.
Juzoct did contribute to our little Flavio train, and the message reads 1,000 pennies for a 1,000-year-old legend. Thank you so much for that. And finally, we have $10 from Yoshizilla, who says, "What's up, ESA? It's Yoshizilla here, giving you all support for this awesome speedrun. So happy for all of you, and because I have had to suffer with Flavio many times. I think it's only fair for you guys to get Flavio as well. Good luck."
That's only fair.
It's only fair, and yeah, we're $62 in towards that target. Keep it coming, plenty of time, but also plenty of donations to get our favorite Frenchman.
Really good time to donate. We got a lot of downtime coming up. So if you want to get your message read, good time to donate.
All right,
Yeah.
James. Jake's coming up on a very hard to avoid enemy. Let's see if he gets it. We have to bait him sort of down the stairs and then sneak around him.
Nice.
I
So
really
annoying.
don't want to give 5.
Not to this guy.
Not to this jerk.
Hey, stop follow me, bro. So yeah, Bobbery was part of the run 5 years ago. That was the very first Yoshizilla.
I try my best to avoid him.
You're not supposed to jump on spiky enemies, Alw0.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I watch a lot of Keeping Icy.
Oh, he let me pass. Wow.
I see.
That's
Chilling
what
on
you
a
get for
boat
not
with Bob.
taking the tutorial. You don't understand what you should and shouldn't jump on.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice 10 bounce. Want to explain how
Nice.
power bounces work, Linguini?
Yeah, so let me look at my handy dandy notebook. So power bounces are a badge that we got in the room with the Ninja Koopas. It's an 8-frame window to start jumping, and then each consecutive command for the jump, you get 1 frame less. And then for bosses, you can't jump an infinite number of times on them. You can only jump until the soft cap, after which there's a 1 in 3 chance that the game will let you keep jumping each time.
Yeah, so you have to get lucky and get a couple frame perfect inputs if you want to get like a 10 bounce or higher.
Here we also equipped a badge that changes the sound effect. of our attacks, and this makes Hooktail's defense lower by 1, which really helps us defeat a lot faster. Fun fact, she's a girl.
Yeah, if you had trouble with beating this first boss when you were little and didn't understand that you needed the badge, that was probably why.
This is the first boss of the game, but also paradoxically the most difficult boss of the game, of the run, because of these frame perfect jumps.
Hardest boss in the game. No big deal.
Yeah. Oh. It's a perfect moment to talk about the bugger and stuff like that during the fights.
Yeah, so stage hazard
Yes!
drop. Ooh,
Nice.
Let's go.
nice job, Alw0.
10 bounce? Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so during battle, there are certain specific actions that you can take that will increase the chance of stage hazards falling. So that can be anything ranging from buckets to stage lights. Even a meteor can fall down onto Mario and the enemies if you are a high enough level. The game threw some Easter eggs in there if you reach that high of a level, and it's really funny. We will not be getting to that high of a level. We'll be leveling as little as possible. But even those small stage hazards can do us dirty. The bucket can make Mario or his partner dizzy, which makes them miss. Not good for a speedrun.
And now we have completed our first chapter and gotten our first crystal star, which we'll get 7, right?
Yeah, surely. Surely, you need 7.
Yeah, it turns out that Coop's dad wasn't dead. He was just inside Hooktail's belly the whole time. And he found the crystal star in there.
The dead Koopa that we found in Hooktail's castle was actually Colorado's father. So if you guys watched the Paper Mario run a couple days ago and you liked Colorado, well, sorry, his dad died. So, rip.
Now we get our first Peach cutscene. After you complete a chapter, you get a Peach and a Bowser cutscene. Right now, Peach has been taken to the X-Naut base, and Brodus, the leader of the X-Nauts, wants Peach alive and well for some unknown reason. Also,
Not
Frankly
suspicious.
is there. It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we did agree, we had a gentleman's agreement that whoever's in the lead after chapter 1 would take a little shower, so I guess I'm gonna be taking a shower. Forgot about that.
And while that's happening, time for a couple of quick donations.
Yeah, surely, go for it.
Fantastic. We have $10 from Timon, who says, "All right, Jake, as you asked." Flavio Hype. And that has gone towards the Get Flavio target. We have an anonymous $50 donation. Thank you so much for that. Very, very generous. Flavio's still a long way off, guys. Let's get going. And I couldn't agree more. And I've got a deal for you guys, chat, because I've seen a few of you using your Prime subs or subs and gifting subs to ESA. And I want to let you know that all of the sort of post fees and stuff, all of the revenue from those will go towards Alzheimer Fund. But obviously, that won't get Flavio in the game. So for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to keep track of all the new subs, all the new Prime subs, gift subs, etc. And we'll have an extra $5 towards Flavio for every single one of those that comes in. So do you get those in?
So what Jake is showing off right now is like a special skin of Peach, because she can have like beautiful hair after the shower.
Yeah.
She's got little rosy cheeks,
Yep.
ponytail.
It's so cute. And thankfully, she's gonna stay like that for the entire rest of the run. Wow.
Yeah, that would be
Oh, never mind. She's changed clothes again. Sorry.
Damn, get scammed.
The game, I think, intends you to make Peach shower, which is a little bit weird, but you can skip it like Hackedia and Alw0 did, and just going into the bathroom and out again is enough to trigger the door opening on the other side of the room.
Yeah, before the race, we said like the first one we're gonna take the shower to showcase it, but now he lost 2 plays because of that.
Yeah,
we are
very fair
actually
play.
very
Thank you,
close.
Jake.
Yeah,
very
thank
fair
you.
play.
Good race so far, yeah. Good
Yeah,
start.
it means that's a good race because you are very close to each other. That's a good thing.
He knows he's gonna get Terry first try anyway. So.
Every time.
The thing that Peach is talking to right now is called Tech, which is the supercomputer of the X0 base. For some reason, even though Tech's a robot, he's kind of attracted to Peach for some reason, and he doesn't understand it. So he lets Peach, he gives Peach a favor in return for letting him study her, basically. So Peach is allowed to send a message to Mario after each chapter.
Not sure if we explain why Frankie is following us. All
We
the
did.
time. Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah, sure.
He just likes it here.
He's acting like a real stalker, you see, because he's still here with Bowser and all, and that's insane. And Flavio is gonna do the same also.
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat that. Flavio is going to do the same thing that Frankly is doing right now,
And even better.
and even
Yeah.
better.
Even better. It's really funny, guys. I can't hype it up enough. Please get those donations in. Make sure you select the Flavio incentive as well. Yeah, we really want to see Flavio, guys.
Yeah, what is very funny?
Ooh.
What is very funny about Flavio is that the character suffer of
Whoa!
the main character, main character syndrome. Not sure if it's we say that in English.
Yeah, we say main character syndrome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he suffered that a lot, and that's funny. That because of the Flavio scheme, we're gonna see him on every cutscene, like he's trying to be the star of the run, you know. That's very funny.
I think you can go with this beautiful big donation over there.
Oh, we do indeed have a beautiful big donation. Thank you so much for the $151 donation, Blue Magma. Very, very generous. Blue Magma has snagged themselves a stream amplifier hub and also contributed, thankfully, that target towards the Get Flavio target with a message. Nice chapter 1, runners. Let's get on that Flavio train. Choo-choo. Choo-choo for the Flavio train.
I like the hype.
Yeah, the hype is getting real.
Still plenty of time to get those donos in.
Oh yeah, we're getting a lot closer now thanks to that. We are now $273 in and only $227 remain.
Yeah, you have pretty much 45 minutes, guys, to reach the incentive from here.
And we're more than halfway.
All right, Mega Rush P is going to be a really important badge. It's going to increase our partner's damage output by 5 whenever they are at 1 HP.
We will be abusing that to beat as many bosses as we can very, very, very quickly. And now Mario is getting that nice little email from Peach. I can't read Japanese, but I'm assuming it's an email filled with love and kisses.
Probably. That's what it looked like.
Oh. Okay.
My bad.
+5.
That's 5 more. So 10 for me, 10 for you, 0 for Jake.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna remember of the count. So maybe in the chat, don't hesitate to find that out.
Yeah.
I think you're at like 15 now?
15.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're all at 20.
Alright, who's gonna fall on the water?
Nobody.
That could happen, yeah.
Yeah, we can do a couple speed swaps to clear the gaps here without waiting for the platforms.
No. I didn't get the cycle. I'm sure Jake will.
Probably.
Yeah, you can do some sneaky little jumps here to get across in the first cycle.
Ah,
See if Jake
dang it.
does it?
Missed my
Not
jumps.
quite. Have to be very fast, and speed swaps help you clear a little bit more distance there.
So now we're actually going to the 1,000-year door. What? Name drop.
So that's why they call it that.
Yeah, we may or may not have skipped the namesake of the game by doing blooper skip earlier. Oops. Yeah, here we get a look at the stunning GameCube graphics. I actually loved the blue lights coming up as a kid.
Yeah, especially because the bottom one on the floor kind of like levitates a little bit. I don't know. I think it's cool.
Oh, maybe.
Selfie.
Selfie time. Yeah, that's one of the first huge parts in the game that allowed the runner to take a breath and, you know. Pull
Yeah,
down
as a
a little
runner,
bit.
you love some sequence where you have time to rest your hands and
Yeah.
your mind.
That's a perfect timing for resetting your mind just before theory, which is one of the hardest trick in the game. But
Yeah.
I feel like I'm saying that for every trick, so...
Hey,
TRE
guys.
is. Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
okay. TRE stands for Teleporter Room Early. Usually we wouldn't be able to access the teleporter room until chapter 7. And even though it seems kind of simple, it's very, very precise. So in the teleporter room, where we can access it once we get West Side Rogueport, we will have to hold the stick at precisely a 358-degree angle in paper mode and go through a little crack in the door by doing a frame-perfect unspin jump. And then we can actually get into the teleporter room.
Wait, chapter 7? No.
Oh.
We finished chapter 1,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go to chapter 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's,
Sure. Eventually, at some point, we'll go to chapter 2.
I thought I knew how to count. What do you... Wait, at some point?
At some point, we will go to chapter 2, yes.
It's not next?
No. Alw0's going to chapter 2.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys not going to chapter 2?
I am. I'm gonna meet Punyo.
Junio!
Yes, I got it fast, Punyo. So this little guy over there, he's asking you help, but first he's asking you if you want to eat it, because he's scared. So guess again, nerds.
So, and if you say yes, you're being
An extra text box, yeah.
Well, if you tell him guess again, nerd, it's an extra text box. Yeah,
you're being a bad guy, and so you get a 2 seconds time loss for on the run. Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like it's just barely worth it because of how awful the punies are in chapter 2. Luckily, we'll be skipping all of that. Because, yeah, psych, we're not going to chapter 2. We're leaving as soon as the way to chapter 2 opens. The reason we do this is because, for some reason, the opening of chapter 2 is a flag instead of tied to your sequence in the game. And so, if we skip ahead to chapter 7 and set our sequence ahead, we won't be able to go back and open the door. So, Punio has to open the door on his own, and that is tied to sequence, but the actual opening itself is set to a flag. Really confusing, but basically it means that we complete chapter 1 pretty much just to open the way to chapter 2.
Funny enough, there's actually a way to clip into chapter 2, but we don't have a way to clip back out. So if we had a way to clip back out, we'd be able to skip chapter 1. Well, not entirely, but a lot of chapter 1. But
Yeah,
we just can't get back out.
We wouldn't have to fight Hooktail, we wouldn't have to pretty much do the top half of the
Yeah, we would just
castle.
get paper mode and leave.
So I think it happened to everyone to one day come back to chapter 2 after chapter 7 and being like, wait, why the door not open?
Yeah, you never want to forget to talk to Punio, because that's a dead run.
I have a lot of items to sell now.
And for those concerned about the elderly, we are giving her the contact lens. See? She's happy now. She's going back into her home. She can see the doorknob now.
All right, here we go.
Good luck with TRE, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Actually gonna switch controllers because I like doing it with a different controller here, so. Thought I was gonna fall down.
Nice job.
Nice.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough to do that, bro.
Is that second try?
First try.
First try.
Wow, this is a 49. I think I'm on PB pace right now.
So now we are in the same base that we just saw Peach in. We are in Chapter 7.
Yeah, a very mysterious location that we are in. We have no idea where this secret base is, but it's probably somewhere super sinister.
If you actually played the game the right way, you would know that we're on the moon.
And you might just see Flavio on the moon if you donate now.
All right, let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, I did a method there where I reset my neutral angle so I don't have to focus on actually holding the stick while I'm doing the inputs. Makes it quite a bit easier, but you still have to worry about setting the angle correctly. Banger music.
Yeah, these guys are making TRE look way easier than it is. Like, this is a super tough trick.
Yeah, it's combining 3 different things. You have to have your angle right, you have to have the position right, and you have to do an unspin jump, which is getting out of paper mode and jumping on the same frame.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
And now I just get lost in the room. All right, perfect.
Oh, Coop is going crazy. He's so happy for you.
Okay. That guy took a really long time to notice me. That was weird.
Yeah, I saw a message on the chat. I don't think we mentioned it, but why are we running on the Japanese version? This is mainly because the Japanese version has some specific glitch that you cannot do on the PAL and the US version. Or you can do, like they exist, but in a different way. Like the route has to be different.
Yeah, the US version is basically just a little bit harder to run on. It can be faster, but it's much harder to be faster. It would require a very aggressive route, so.
But you're gonna see also a tiny difference here. Hackedia is not gonna do the same as me and Jake. He's gonna delay to get 1 card here to be able to grab the card with Yoshi, because technically it's faster, but I'm an old runner, so I'm just gonna do the old one. I think it's time to talk about jump storage.
Oh boy, jump storage. Okay, let me look at my notes again. Handy dandy notebook. So basically, jump storage is canceling Mario's jump animation after using a partner ability. And by canceling that, we've sort of stored a jump, which we can then re-trigger later after Mario gets some Y velocity to use. So if he walks up a step and keeps moving, internally the game knows how fast Mario should be moving upward. And so if we press jump with all that set up, Mario will just keep going upwards for a while. Looks like a moon jump. He'll just go into the stratosphere, and then when we release A, he'll come crashing back down.
And so basically we're gonna use this to grab a special item, then usually you grab like pretty much at the end of the run. And this item is like very specific because we will do a glitch called Palace Skip, but we will explain that later with it.
You're too slow!
I'm trying to not be.
Literally on
What do you mean?
PB
You're in
play.
first.
Nice.
I was
Nice
so
job.
scared to not open the chest actually.
Yeah, so normally you would get that chest, which contains the Ultra Hammer, after Chapter 6, and you knock the chest down with the Ultra Boots, and then you just grab it while it's on the ground. However, it's not on the ground, so we have to open the chest mid-air while falling down in front of it. It's a pretty tight window to get it. It's not frame perfect or anything, but you can also mash for it and get it pretty consistently.
As long as you don't have super boots, which we don't have yet.
Moon jumping.
This is usually the last power-up that Mario gets, and so there's always a tutorial with Toadette. So when we get the Ultra Hammer, she thinks it's the last time we'll see her, and so she gets sad and runs away. But don't worry, it will not be the last time we see Toadette.
Thank goodness.
Good time for a couple of quick donations?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a $2 anonymous donation that says, Jake, please save the animals. Good luck to all runners. Didn't make it towards the Flavio incentive, but we believe in you because that $100 donation came in from Flavio Train. And the message says, good news, I unlocked Flavio in Dragon Quest XI. That was the goal, right? And that has gone towards naming the hero in Dragon Quest XI Flavio, as well as getting us $100 closer to our Flavio goal. We are now less than $130 away from the Flavio incentive. Do keep those coming in.
Woo! Let's go. Yeah, so gonna do a little bit, this trick is called spin delay, so we're going to spin as we're sort of against some weird collision, and it'll basically lock Mario into paper mode. Oop. Focus on getting this here. Oop. Ah. There we go. Yeah, so whenever we enter Franklin's house, we don't enter Franklin's house, and everything sort of gets unloaded, so we can go grab this badge right here, double dip. Gonna be really helpful for in-game.
Also, Frankly is both in his house and
Yeah.
following Mario right now. Don't think about it too hard. And now Alw0 is in Chapter 2.
Finally, Chapter 2.
We're back in Chapter 2. All things are as they should be. We beat Chapter 1. We're going into Chapter 2. We're perfect. We're back on track.
Although there is a big difference, all the puni are here. And the reason is because we break the sequence. The game thinks we are in Chapter 7 right now because we activate like a special flag when we went into the Chapter 7. So now, basically, the game thinks we already beat Chapter 2, right? But there are still some stuff in the tree then you need to do to complete the chapter. And we need some super boots here. But we're gonna do a glitch called JB Hive Skip, because usually you need some partner with you to fight some Jabby over there, and the Puni are trying to help you to beat the Jabby because there is like a fighting war between them. So we need to do a glitch again.
So this basically works. We use Goombella and her ability Tattle, which usually just tells us what's around and maybe what to do if we don't know. But we can move 4 frames while Goombella is talking. And so that lets us go past where the loading zone will usually be and basically into the wall.
Yeah, that is frame perfect, by the way. You can move for 4 frames after you use Goombella, but you have to move on the 4th frame possible, or else you'll take the loading zone, so. Goombella buffers are tricky.
Now, once we're past the loading zone there, we can use the wall that we're next to and jump into the weird collision there by jumping while in paper mode and
Come on, not
pausing
today.
and unpausing.
Somehow this trick is, you don't know, like, supposed to be an easy trick, but sometimes you can just perform it.
It's easier than the other. Doesn't make it.
Nice job.
Yeah.
This allows us to touch the loading zone that's behind that like hive kind of thing. minutes.
And as soon as we open the chest, actually, we are coming back on chapter 2 sequence. So when we will leave this room, basically we will be in chapter 2. So everything is gonna happen around chapter 2. Like we will get some cutscene, text boxes, and we're gonna do that a lot. I will let you guess what is the next chapter, guys.
Goombella buffers.
Very easy to get into the loading zone instead of getting past it. Alw0 did a great job of getting that first try.
Nice, first try clip. That's all that matters. Who cares about the Goombella buffers, right?
Nice.
Always like to play that safe. Don't want to come back in bounds after finishing the trick.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I got a good spot.
All right, probably a great time for some donations. We got a few minutes here before anything else is going on, really.
All right, fantastic. We have $25 from Metroid Mist with the message, Mario never gets his identity confused because he keeps his papers on him. And that has also gone towards Get Flavio. We are now only $102 away from Flavio. Thank you guys so much for all your donations so far. They're going to an incredible cause. Please do keep them coming in. Back to you.
Thank you.
So the natural sequence of events here, right? We went from chapter 1 to chapter 7 to chapter 2. Wait, sorry. Where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to chapter 3 next, right?
Well,
Surely.
yes and no.
Okay. Let me just throw random numbers out there. Show of hands. Who thinks we're gonna go to chapter 5?
Oh, wait, by the way, before you do this, if you get it wrong, you have to donate $5 towards the Flavio train.
So, chapter 5. Who thinks chapter 5 we go to next? Okay. Who thinks we go to chapter 4 next? Okay. Who thinks we go to chapter 6 next? One person.
There's half a person in the crowd.
I'll throw a hand up, actually.
Yeah,
I'll
you'll
give
throw
it
a hand
to-
up. There we go. We're going to chapter 6 next.
All right, so half a person, you're free. Everyone else in the room, $5 towards the Flavio train, please. Thanks very much.
So thanks to the Super Boots and the Ultra Hammer, we can activate some blue pipes. The dev just let some blue pipes in the game to go back into the old chapter when you actually beat the game or go farther enough. But we didn't beat the game yet. But we can still go into chapter 5 and 6 from these blue pipes.
Yeah, you have to have super boots to hit the blue pipes, and then you're supposed to have ultra hammer. Well, you're supposed to have ultra hammer to get to the second set of blue pipes, which is the shortcuts to chapter 5 and 6. So since we have the ultra hammer, we can just break that block and get to chapter 6 early. We could do a hazard respawn glitch as well if we didn't have ultra hammers.
And now also because we are in a chapter 7 state, the sewers are actually kind of a dangerous place to be. The enemies are now stronger. Instead of like Goombas and Spinias, there are Magic Koopas and Hammer Bros and Koopa Trolls, which do a lot more damage and they're harder to avoid. So let's see if Alw0 avoids them. Okay, pretty good there. Very nice. Okay, no more $5 from Alw0 so far.
Oh, do we come the next one, guys? It's not intentional.
What do you mean? Won't get any fight, right?
Wait, we're not supposed to get in a fight?
No.
What do you mean?
Nah, I'm sorry. I'm just getting super gem.
You mean in case?
So here you'll see Alw0 get another jump storage here in order to beat Chapter 6, because we definitely did all of Chapter 6.
Yes.
Yes.
We went on the train.
We went on the train. We beat Smorg and
We solved the mystery.
we solved the mysteries. We did all the things. Hey, Alw0, what are you?
Sorry, I was drinking.
Oh, you might want to pay attention to the game, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
Damn.
I mean, I know you're ahead, but
No,
like,
I want to run.
dude,
what am I doing?
You're
What am I
throwing-
doing?
Oh, no, man. And now you have to
It's
reset
fine. We
it.
saved. We
We
saved.
saved it. Yeah,
That's why we
saved it a
saved.
little while ago. Okay.
Nice.
I'm not
Safety
gonna
strats
lie.
for the marathon.
I
I'm
think
glad
I need
you
to go
saved.
back.
Actually, this does put you like right in Chapter 6.
Yeah, that's true.
And we did want to finish Chapter 6. So maybe this is a good thing.
Yeah, I will do that later. I'm just gonna finish chapter 6
Yeah.
first.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so that was intentional, unfortunately. So the reason
Pay actors.
So the reason we did that is because we get jump storage in the teleporter room, but when we have jump storage, we can't press A until we actually want to use the jump storage, and there's no way to get back to chapter 6 unless we die. And even when we die and restart, we still keep the jump storage, so we're able to use it here. 6.
It's a really weird state that the game, for some reason, keeps after death. So you can go through the title screen. Previously, we had another save file that you made during the run that you just had this moment in time where you could get jump storage easily and kill yourself very fast, and then you would use it when you needed it. But we found out, well, you can just save in the right place and use the same save file and get jump storage really fast from the teleporter room door.
Yeah, I just took a big time loss. Not entirely sure. I feel like I might have forgotten to go save in Poshley Heights, so didn't want to risk it. So I just went all the way back just to save, just because I don't feel like killing the run. So might have been a major time loss for no reason at all, but I'd rather do that than just kill the run. So.
All right, we just beat chapter 6, guys. So what should be the next chapter now?
8.5.
Okay, I've heard
7,
3.
3,
3.
sure.
Oh, what do we have left? Okay, so we did 1, 2. Oh, we kind of did 2.
We didn't get the crystal star from 2.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we don't need that one.
No, we don't need that one. Okay, so we've beaten 1 and 6. We don't need the one from 2. So we've got 3, 4, 5, and 7. Okay. Man, at this
So
point we should
confusing,
just draw
yeah.
it from a hat. You know what? Yeah. How about we go to chapter 3? I think that sounds like a good idea.
I love a good tournament arc.
Yeah, it's really shouldn't like.
Yeah, Chapter 3, a lot of people love casually. It's pretty interesting and fun. You get to do a lot of fights. Chapter 3 is really annoying in the speedrun because for each fight, we get a condition that we have to adhere to, or else we'll have to do the fight a second time. Well, again. And those conditions can be very, very, very bad. Sometimes they don't lose you any time at all, but sometimes it's stuff like take damage 5 times or don't attack for 3 turns. And that can be really annoying when you're trying to go fast.
They're also in Japanese, and I can't read Japanese. So
Luckily, all 3 of these runners can speak Japanese fluently, can't you guys?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I really don't have a paper in front of me to tell me what to do.
Nope, definitely not.
Maybe I can showcase.
Shout out to Muzz.
Shout out to Moz to do that, yeah.
Shout out to Moz.
Yeah, we look for specific characters, specific patterns that are easy to look at in the text boxes to know which condition that we get. And hopefully, we get really fast conditions like don't use special moves, or don't attack with your partner, or finish within 3 turns, or finish within 5 turns? I forget which one it is.
It's 5.
5 turns, yep.
I do love that one of the conditions is please speedrun the fights. Got time for a couple of donations?
Yes.
Brilliant. We have 2 more entrants to the Flavio train. We have $5 from Timon, who has donated $5 with no message, but towards the Get Flavio incentive. And Rudira, who has donated $10. Thank you very much for that. The donation message reads, shout out to Jake for the Friday bouldering sesh. And that has gone towards the Flavio train. We are now only $87 away. Keep those donations coming. It's for a fantastic cause. Thank you so much.
25 minutes, guys. Hurry up.
We are very close.
Ooh, the train's getting ready to depart.
Make sure you're on that train. Thanks for the donations, guys.
So a kind of reminder that we have to save right here because
Yeah.
otherwise
Yeah, I did save on the first one just in
Yeah.
case I don't save for the true one.
I think I'm gonna save on every occasion I have. We never know.
Just a quick reminder, cheat repo costs 39 coins, so you need more badge.
Which one? Oh, I already took a backup.
Yeah, okay.
So we're gonna save here, not just because it's a marathon and we want to be safe, but also because this glitch, if we fail it, we have to restart. But if we didn't save before, we're just gonna have to do the wall run again. I mean, from chapter 6.
Yeah, and this next glitch that we're doing is called BTS. Again, not the boy band in Korea. It
Is
stands.
it Black Toad Skip?
Yeah, no, wait, no, it's not Black Toad Skip.
No,
Behind-
here we go
behind the
again.
Behind the scenes.
Oh
That's,
boy.
wait, no, that's not it. Blimp ticket skip. Blimp ticket skip. That's it. So, as I said earlier, we're going into chapter 3 after beating chapter 6 because, of course, we are. To do that, we have to clip into the Flavio train. No, we have to clip into the train that we should have gone on for chapter 6. So the game thinks we beat chapter 6, so we come back to Rogueport on the train. And we clip out of bounds in order to clip back in bounds in order to get to chapter 3. The game is very, very intentional about not letting us into chapter 3 when we don't have the Blimp ticket. And so we need to be able to get jump storage, and we need to be able to get the Y velocity in order to use it to jump over the wall that prevents us from getting into chapter 3.
Yeah, there's actually a gigantic invisible wall surrounding the pipe to chapter 3. It's kind of insane how badly they didn't want you getting in there. It's a very big, very big wall.
Saving.
Nice.
All right.
So now we can go for the game jump.
Yeah, surely. yeah. You will do it.
You're first. You have to showcase it.
That's my nemesis, bro. I can't do
Yeah.
this trick.
There's a way to jump directly to the pipe in the background, which saves some time over the jump to the pipe in the foreground. But yeah,
Not enough to
it's very risky. Very easy to fail.
risk it. Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I have bad cycle now.
Yeah, so the jumping directly to the background saves what?
Come on.
Like 7 seconds, 8 seconds, maybe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
at
5
best.
seconds even maybe. I don't know.
So getting jump storage here is a little different than what we were doing before. Before we were using the teleporter room, but now we're going to use the email that Peach will send us in order to get jump storage. Different way.
We're still using coops and activating coops at the right place. However, it's also a little bit difficult because, well, we can't really see Mario. He's a bit stuck in a train. So it's done a little bit blind. You can sort of see Mario's hat as he jumps along, but the position is very specific. Nice job. First try.
Pro gamer here.
Pro gamer.
So that's blind, and is it frame perfect actually?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird to explain because that's a bundle of many different things that's unexplainable, I guess.
1:40:30. All right. 1 minute 20 over my PB.
oh my goodness.
PB pace.
PB pace.
PB with Flavio time.
Yo! Imagine PBing with Flavio. That would have been amazing.
Oh yeah.
By the way, only about 15, 16 minutes left, maybe, potentially. Somewhere around there, 20
Talk
minutes
to the
maybe.
fish.
So make sure you get those donations in, guys.
We're so close.
Wait, Alw0, you just got into chapter 3. You're leaving?
Yeah, I'm visiting, you know.
No, so the real reason
Are we
Alw0
talking
is leaving again is because the game is in a weird state. Because we're in a post-Chapter 3 sequence, but this is still the first time we've gone to Chapter 3, in order to let us access the fights, we have to go back to Rogueport and then back to Chapter 3 again. And the only reason that we actually need to go to Chapter 3 in the first place is to grab the best partner, Yoshi, who lets us go fast and also clip into the ground and teleport. If you were here for the Paper Mario 64 run, where Alw0 was the most broken partner, well, now we have Yoshi, which he's just wonderful, and I love him.
Little baby.
He's a little baby.
Maybe we should have mentioned it, but the only big reason why we need Yoshi is the last glitch of the run, the palace skip. If somehow we discover another way to do palace skip without Yoshi, we could skip entirely the chapter 3.
Yeah, we could skip chapter 3 and chapter 6, I believe,
Also,
because
yeah.
we don't even need to get into chapter 3.
True.
And the only reason we beat chapter 6 is to do Blimp ticket skip to get Yoshi.
So yeah, the first half of the run is just to get this Yoshi and go straight to the end. And that's so many tricks that has been discovered by the community. There is a huge community behind the game that allowed to find so much tricks. That's insane. So shout out to the community, by the way, and all the glitch hunters that are behind.
Who are in the chat, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, the two kind of holy grails of this speedrun so far have been, actually, I guess 3 holy grails. The first one is TRE, which you already saw, going from essentially a chapter 1 state straight to chapter 7, the second to last chapter in the game. And then Blimp gets ticket skip to get into chapter 3 at the end of chapter 6, and then finally Palace skip, which saves a bunch of time throughout the run, not only in the last chapter, but in the time that it saves that you don't have to get extra partners to do all sorts of weird things in chapter 8 that it's the final chapter. It wants you to prove that you know how to use all of your abilities. Well, that's really slow. So instead, we skip as much of it as we possibly can with Yoshi. And we will talk more about that when it actually happens.
There's actually a few different kinds of Yoshis that we can get, and it's dependent on the amount of time that you have the Yoshi egg. So come in fun colors.
And you might notice, well, what do you mean, Yoshi egg? We don't have a Yoshi egg, but it's okay.
We have the Frankly.
Frankly counts. Frankly is a Yoshi egg. He just looks a little bit different, okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't judge a book by its cover. He's sort of egg shaped.
Yeah, he's
85.
It's kind of good.
Guys, I got a question. Someone was saying that Yoshi is the best partner.
He is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Not the pink though. This one is garbage.
Well, we do have a $92 donation from Amber, who has snagged themselves one each of the Drippy Goosebert and the ESA 25 events t-shirts, and used that money to complete our incentive. We are getting Flavio.
Let's go.
That's insane.
Thank you so much, Hump. The message reads, enjoy everyone's favorite character,
Flavio.
Flavio, indeed.
The real best partner.
Okay, yeah, I will correct myself. The best partner in this game is Flavio.
After Frankie.
I don't know. That's debatable.
He's the aesthetically the best partner.
He has some swag, yeah.
All right, so that's probably gonna add about 10 minutes to the run. So we'll go on a big detour after Chapter 3 and go get Flavio. That's exciting. Let's go.
Rest in peace, your PB, Alw0.
Rip.
No, just PB with Flavio. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just skip epilogue.
exactly.
If you do so, you would have had a world record, I guess, without it.
I think there should just be a separate category, Flavio percent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if you did, guys, explain about all the condition in Chapter 3, like how we need to beat Chapter 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just totally random which conditions we get, so might lose time on each and every one of these fights if we're unlucky.
And actually, that's only a part of the RNG in this chapter 3. The other one being the use of the masks that are an item that allow us to skip most of the fights, but it's RNG based depending on the
enemy.
encounter.
Yeah. Each enemy has a special odds for them.
There are some fights that we don't want to use fright masks on. Some fights we just we want the experience points, or it's just faster to let the enemies do what they want to. For example, the bandits will steal Mario's money and items and run away on their own. That's fast, and so we don't actually have to waste a fright mask on them usually.
So this chapter is really RNG as we said, and it can kill a lot of runs because you can easily lose about 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I mean, if you have very bad RNG, even more actually.
Yeah, 2 minutes is good. If you're losing 2 minutes, you're having a good run.
And also it makes the route kind of unpredictable, yeah, because you have to face a different variety of situation, what you have to react to it. And I think just by talking, I just forgot my condition.
Oh no.
I will take a look. All right, no Mario, which is okay because I have 10 FP.
Oh yeah.
When I shouldn't have.
Yeah, so by far the worst condition that you can get
No,
is
don't attack the first 3 turns.
Oh wow.
it's don't attack
Wow.
for 3 turns. There we go.
Why'd you jinx him? Come on, man.
All right,
sorry.
I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah, so basically you have to do nothing with both Mario and his partner for 3 turns. This, however, doesn't include super guarding, so you can super guard to kill enemies, and that can help you recoup some of your time, but for the most part, you just have to sit there and tank the damage. And of course, the more enemies that there are, the longer this takes, because you have to wait for every enemy to keep attacking Mario until the 3 turns are up.
No.
I just have to keep talking, don't I?
Nice.
That was not bad at all. Nobody attacked. And they all ran away. All right. Got lucky on the also. You already fight 15? Damn it.
It's okay, they'll get don't attack for 3 turns too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, during a race, Chapter 3 is like the big equalizer, actually.
The Lucky don't want to leave us. currently.
But it's fine, you're gonna lose 10 minutes after.
We're all losing 10 minutes. We're getting Flavio, baby.
That's true, that's actually helping you.
I like to think it more of you as you're spending 10 minutes.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really get don't attack 3 turns again?
All right, who's practiced getting Flavio? This could be your chance to get ahead.
I would say
Yeah.
me, but I don't want to jinx it, so pretend I didn't say anything.
Yep.
No jump.
Probably got time for a donation if we have any.
We do indeed. Yes, I had to get over a couple of $10 donations previously. We have $10 from Tio Solid, whose message reads, "For Flavio," who also helped us reach that goal. So thank you so much for that donation. And Sunny Muffin has donated $10, saying, "Jake is the goat for real, for real. Love you, bud." It's from Sunny Muffin. And just to let you guys know, we have also opened up our next targets. So we've got 2 for the upcoming game Dragon Quest XI. The Luminary, who, as everyone knows, is named Flavio, will be fighting the Black Dragon if we meet that incentive, $250. And there will also be a glitch showcase at the end of the run if that incentive is met, also $250. So please do help us out and enhance them out further. Thanks.
I did a mistake. Didn't full fly the condition, so I had to do another
Oh,
fight again.
no.
Because he didn't fly in one turn, I ended up killing him and forgetting the condition.
I'm
Kill
getting
3
some,
times.
getting some good RNG over here, trying to catch up a little bit. Thanks, game. Kind of needed that.
Yeah, I can hear you mashing from a mile away. Go, 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 go.
Yep. We got places to be.
Alright, I need to appeal 3 times. Please boost. Thank you.
Wow. This is the kind of chapter 3 you would literally never see on a PB pace in your life. I'm getting only good conditions over here.
Same. Me also, besides this one, I just get take 5 damages though.
Oh yeah, that's the worst one on this fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it can get pretty scary if they charge.
They don't do that much of damages, but they can build up and do a ton of bad damages. Oh, I forgot. Defense of oops. Shame on me.
Don't do that to me. Just run. Thank you. I got very scared because he has a stopwatch, and the stopwatch just allows Mario to not move for like 3 turns or more. Can get very scary. And as you saw on Hackedia screen, he died, but he didn't really die. Like in this chapter, if you die in a fight, you don't die and reset the game.
But I didn't fight the conditions.
Yeah, so you need to redo the fight and do the condition again.
Yeah.
Another funny thing you saw there was that Alw0 activated the Bob-omb and then used the Fright Mask, and instead of running away, the Bob-omb just blew up.
On a perfect run, you want to leave this place after leveling between 0 experience and 5. So, but I forgot that we are doing Bobbery, so that was useless actually.
Wow, did I just get a perfect chapter 3?
Wow.
Don't
Yeah,
jinx
you
it.
you were literally 2 minutes behind me, and you saved 2 minutes 30. That's crazy.
Not a single bad condition. I didn't even have to appeal.
Wow.
Wow. Thanks, game.
You want this chapter 3 every day.
Yep, and you never see it. Crazy. Wow, I didn't even get a single dink.
Wow.
All was like, wow. Great, I'm so happy for you.
Must be nice.
We'll see what happens when we get to Palace Skip.
Yeah. So we are pretty much done with chapter 3. Like on the scenario, we're gonna do the 10th fight, and this fight requires Yoshi. So the game will give us Yoshi basically, and I don't know if we explained that, but based on how much time you passed in this chapter with the egg, your Yoshi color will be different. So we might have all of us a different Yoshi. I'm sure Hackedia will like get a different one. But I don't know about me and Jake. Jake was pretty fast. So
We'll both
probably,
get
yeah.
we'll both get red, I believe.
I think I will get blue.
Huh? Actually, I don't know. Yeah, probably will be blue. Yeah.
But if you have the tomato boy, I will be happy for you.
I always like to underestimate how long the rest of these cutscenes take.
So from here, we don't need any condition anymore, so we're just gonna run away.
And even after we get Yoshi, we don't actually need to beat these guys. We just dip. We get out of this chapter because we got what we came for, our precious little baby boy Yoshi.
All I ask is not pink. That's all I ask.
You'd
You
have to
hate
be
the
doing
pink one
pretty
so
bad
much.
for pink.
It's the pink hate.
I'm getting nightmares. All right, tomato boy for me.
Tomato boy.
I do think it's a nice touch that there are so many different colors of Yoshis, and they all have different hairstyles. It's nice. They're cute.
Especially pink.
I'm actually on Alw0's side. I don't like the pink Yoshi.
Thank you.
I
thank
like the color
you.
What
pink.
is with this
Yeah, I
hate?
like
I don't
pink
like
color
the
too.
hair.
The hair is the problem, yeah.
I got a blue boy.
All right, so you got the blue and I got the red.
Everyone, remember to donate for your favorite color of Yoshi.
All right, I'm gonna try something here. All right, didn't get lucky. I lost the 50-50.
Are you not gonna have full inventory?
Probably. I just wanted to show that.
Oh.
So now that we have Yoshi, we can actually get jump storage a lot more easily now. Before with Koops, we had to get a cutscene trigger or something like that in order to get jump storage. However, with Yoshi, all we need is an item and a full inventory. Or not even a full inventory if you can get a star piece like Alw0 was trying. And there we go. Now we have jump storage, and there Alw0 goes onto the roof.
Technically, you don't have to get this jump storage to get the badge than we are getting here, but this is just faster.
Yeah, ordinarily you'd have to hit a switch, and then a cutscene plays where stairs come down, where we can actually get onto the roof normally. But that's slow. We can just fly.
All right, I need to remember to get Flavio.
Yes, you do. He's gonna be really upset if you leave him behind.
They pay for it. I need to. All right. So earlier we went to the trouble center to get a quest, where this guy over there lost his ring. Then
Lost.
Lost. Sorry. Yeah.
Lost. Yeah, sure.
His wedding ring, by the way.
The wedding ring.
More like he threw it up into the air.
Yeah,
Hoping you will never find that.
the reason we say lost is because, well, especially on the Japanese version, well, it is very hard to find. You might have just seen it for a split second, but it was on top of that wall that we just walked under.
I don't know why they did that. For some reason, on the US PAL version, this is not here. Like
It's-
they choose another spot.
I think there's a theme in Japanese to American or PAL localization where they realize, oh, wait a second, this was a little bit too hard. Because that ring is mostly blocked from view.
And now it's gonna be shopping time. For a Russian sale.
Same! It's the run!
Nice.
We are neck and neck right now. Wow.
Well, you already got the wedding ring.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I had to get it. I have to get it after I shops because I need to pay Garf, and that takes 10 coins. So I have to go to the bad shop first. It's a little bit faster if you can go to the bad shop after getting the wedding ring.
I'm really liking that we have 3 different colors of Yoshis here.
Oh, you get
Yeah,
the
that's
orange.
nice.
That's nice.
I don't think I've ever even seen the orange in game before.
Look at him go.
Yeah, the white and the black one are the rarest.
Yeah, it takes so long. I believe it's every 5 or 10 minutes between Yoshis, between Yoshi colors, and
These one are one only, yeah.
yeah. So those are the last ones in the cycle, black and white. And so if that was happening in a speed run, something would be going very wrong. I think black and white are like 50 minutes and an hour in the time cycle. So it's a long ways away. You'd have to wait a long time. And even playing casually, it's pretty rare to see those colors unless you're taking a lot of time in those fights in the Glitz Pit.
So right now what Alw0 is doing is we sold all of our badges to get a bunch of coins to enter the Pianta parlor, and we don't have to gamble to get the coins. We can just buy the amount of coins we need, and then we can buy a special badge.
Imagine if you went to an arcade and just said, "Oh yeah, I don't want to win the games. I just want the tickets to get a prize."
It's basically what we're doing, yeah.
Gambling is bad, everyone. Keep gambling.
Yeah, in this game you can use the same badge more than once. You can add the power of a special badge. So that's why we are buying like a lot of power rushes here.
Don't forget Flavio.
Yes, thank you.
Did you know that 99% of gamblers quit right before their big win?
All right, it's Flavio time. Do I remember to get it?
It's worth mentioning that there's a lot of tiny optimizations and movements that we're doing here, even in menuing. Jake right there failed to
No!
do menuing well.
Oh, don't call me out like that, bro. Nobody was looking.
So one of the things that we can do is optimize Mario's movement in the menu. For example, Mario will keep turning into paper mode in the menu. And so you can save a little bit of time if you have some menuing to do and need to go into paper mode. That was also done in Chapter 1. We needed to check our email as well as equip a badge while we were going through some some prison bars. I don't know what you would call those. And so you can save a second, a couple frames here and there, just by menuing it those specific times.
Somehow managed to avoid having to pay $5 there. Oh, why did I say that? This guy.
You just had to say something.
I did.
They hear you.
This guy. Okay, get out of here. Just jump down there, man. Now you jump down there. Yeah.
Yeah, that room specifically is very difficult to avoid the enemies. The piranha plants are not kind to you. You don't have a lot of space up and down, and the fuzzy is just brutal because sometimes.
Oh, there is another ring.
Oh, another. He lost his ring again. Yeah,
This
I don't.
guy.
I just gave it back to him.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
I don't think Francesca should marry him. I'm not gonna lie.
Starting a little relationship drama in this speedrun.
Kind of.
Right now, Jake and Alw0 are attempting Bobbery early. Well, not really early because we went to chapter 7 and 3 and 6 and you know, I'm not going to think about it anymore. We're getting Bobbery at the wrong time. Let's just say that. And to do that, we are triggering a fight that would normally occur right before getting Bobbery. All of the sprites are held underneath the stage at the origin and a negative Y1000, I believe. And so if we can clip out of bounds and land on the enemy that we would normally fight right before getting Bobbery, we can trigger the game into thinking, oh yeah, you can just get Bobbery now.
I have a little problem. I have no signal on my screen right now. Maybe there is an issue somewhere. Let me check out. I think Alw0 dinked me in purpose, I guess. Thank you.
You kick his console?
What did I do? I didn't
Put
do
it back,
anything.
please. Put it back. I know it's you.
Come on.
There is no screen on this one, so I'm not sure if I'm getting any signal from the retweeting. Oh wait, could be that. Alright.
Just don't touch the control stick.
Yay!
Okay.
Okay, it's back again. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, little note there. If you don't hammer this tree before you leave the room, you will not be able to get Bobbery anymore. So, very important that we don't take the loading zone before coming in here and hammering the tree. Oop, excuse me. Excuse me, Bobbery. So now we just need to not forget to grab a coconut, because we need to give a coconut to Flavio, and then we can get Bobbery to join our party, and after that, Flavio will become a partner, or a partner, sure. Follower, partner, whatever, same thing. Forever.
Till the end. Friend, till the end. I guess.
Come on.
The reason we get a coconut to give to Flavio is because Bobbery thinks he's about to die and he wants to drink his favorite drink as his last wish, which Flavio has.
Yeah, Flavio is, well, we didn't want to say this before the incentive was met, but Flavio is kind of a jerk. He wants to keep a dying man's favorite beverage, which, let me just say, Bobbery owns this very expensive beverage and brought it with him on this desert island.
But Flavio wants it.
If Flavio says it's rationing and an important food for the team,
Right.
so we have to replace it with something tropical, something that will inspire his gourmet taste buds. So a coconut.
Finally.
Is enough.
Nice. Yeah, you can also get Keel mangoes on Keel Hockey, but he will not accept a mango, so it's got to be a coconut.
As everybody knows, coconuts are proper cuisine, while mangoes are dirt, I guess. I don't know.
Not enough for Flavio's palate.
Not tropical at all.
Any Italians in chat, do you like mangoes or coconuts more?
Eat
Or
the
so-
tree. Eat the tree. Eat the tree.
Yes, please hit the tree. Also, don't go into the loading zone. Whatever you do, just don't do that,
Yeah.
please.
I was about to go straight to the moon. Would have been cheap,
Oh, no.
right?
That would be cheating.
I think I need to level up because I have less badges, and I really need some right now.
Please turn around, Mario. Turn around.
It's been years I didn't get Bobbery. That's crazy.
Oh, wait a moment.
Well, good Bobbery early for not having done it in years.
Oh, and by the way, Bobbery isn't actually dying, so he wasted that Chocola Cola for nothing, and Flavio is probably incensed.
He had a nice nap though.
That's true. That's true. That's worth it.
I forgot there were item block to.
Yeah, it's been years for you too.
Yeah, it was part of the of any person, but like ages ago.
Jeez. Funny how things have changed.
Maybe 5 years.
What am I doing?
Oh, so anyway, like I said, Flavio's a bit of a jerk, so when we come back after retrieving Bobbery, who is not dead, the rest of the crew that is deserted on this island just sort of wants to pawn Flavio off on us so that they don't have to be around him for the next few minutes. So that extra few minutes actually turns into the rest of the run, thankfully. So we get to see Flavio.
Yeah, because you're not normally supposed to be able to spawn the shortcut to Chapter 5 until after you've already finished it. Like I said earlier, you need Ultra Hammer, which you wouldn't normally get until after Chapter 6. So we are actually able to just leave the island, which is why we're able to keep Flavio. Because he normally leaves whenever you finish Chapter 5.
Now he's with us, and he will ride on Mario's back whenever we ride Yoshi.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part, is that we just have a full free stack.
That's another 5 for me.
Oh yeah, by the way, we got Flavio now!
Nice.
Look at him. What a silly little guy.
The little feather in his cap going above the bars is the funniest thing to see.
It's just funny to watch Yoshi just struggling, carrying 2 grown men.
He was just born like 15 minutes ago.
How many 15-minute-old babies can carry 2 full-grown men?
Have you tried? This is concerning. Why did you...
So you can soft lock here. I mean, in this chapter, if you do the glitch and leave, you forgot to trigger Bombard, Bobbery in English, and then you cannot trigger it again, and you just lose your run.
What is Bobbery in French?
Bombard.
Bombard, yeah.
What?
Maybe a specific reference or something.
Oh, by the way, now we're going back to Chapter 7. Even though it's the second chapter we went to, it's... Well, I promise we'll be beating the game in order from now on. Sort of.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, gonna be doing a cool little movement trick here, hopefully, called Fast Tiles.
Did you save?
I did save. Thank you for asking. Yes, there's some soft lock potential in the near future, so we are going to save just in case. But for Fast Tiles here, we're just gonna try and catch this cycle. That's the very first cycle in the room with the Yoshi hover, and then some tricky movement.
5 for Alw0.
I forgot the coconut. My bad.
Nice.
Nice job.
Nice.
I like to do the cute little Yoshi hover strat there. We're gonna get jump storage here for another trick coming up.
Yeah, it's very subtle to see whether or not you got jump storage. what you're looking for is, I almost called him Luigi. You're looking for Yoshi to sort of appear at Mario's feet and be kind of stacked inside of him. What's happening there is...
You good?
I'm good, are you?
Come on, leave me alone!
So what's happening is just before Mario gets on Yoshi, that jumping animation of Mario getting on Yoshi is getting canceled by the item that you're grabbing. So Mario I almost said Luigi again. God.
Same thing, dude. They're the same person. It's fine.
Yoshi is warped to Mario's feet so he can jump on him, but the jumping never actually happens.
We can save a tiny bit of time by switching partners here in the background. You actually skip the partner swap animation entirely if you switch in the background. So we need Koops coming up here to hit the switch, so saves a little bit of time.
And this is notoriously the most awful background section with spinning gears, and you have to deal with Mario's weird momentum.
It's surprisingly easy to fall and get very tilted. Yeah, 1 HP, or 1 FP. You guys all have 1 or 5 FP?
What?
How much FP do you guys have? Flower points?
Oh, a lot. Actually.
5.
Oh, right, you have
I love
10.
flower point.
Yeah, for me 5.
Okay, good. It's a little tricky doing the Bobbery stuff. Got to make sure your FP lines up for everything later.
What a kind, sportsman-like first place runner. Making sure that the guys behind him don't lose time.
Even though he does have a little bit of a lead, anything can happen during Palace Skip. Like, it is notoriously very hard. The estimate is 3 hours for a reason.
It's just the power of Flavio.
No!
A little scary background fall there. Got to make sure to guard that, or Yoshi would be dead, and he's my source of damage, so.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Yoshi, who we rely on to do a lot of damage, his move Ground Pound actually increases the chance of objects falling in the background during battle. So it could just be something as minor as the background falling, and that's easier to tell when it's happening. There's a visual indicator. But other times, it could just be a spotlight falling down, and that comes down very fast, and it's very hard to react to.
All right, and if you remembered the Peach and Bowser intermissions that Frankly got to tag along for, and you enjoyed those, well, just you wait, because Flavio's here now. And he's going to stick around to keep Peach and Bowser company, don't worry.
It's a little bit sad because in previous iterations of this run, previous routes, we'd see Flavio for a couple more of these, so we would see him in more of the places where we saw Frankly, but we'll take what we can get.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, Flavio.
Just sneaks in there.
Oh wait, I forgot to take Flavio.
Oh, you just got Bobbery?
Yeah.
Little swag breath there. You can actually breathe and open the lock at the same time. You keeping track of encounters, man? You know how many $5 you need?
Watch the
That's
VOD later.
allowed.
I have to mention, I adore Bowser's voice acting. He gives a little chuckle.
He's so happy he got a crystal star.
I know. Look at him. He's just a cool guy.
So when we take Flavio, we ask him to join our crew, and he's like, well, if I leave and go, everybody is gonna be sad about it. So I'm not sure. And then everybody is saying, no, you should leave. Really, you have to take the adventure and everything.
Are you a real pirate?
Because they have enough of Flavio. Oh my god, he was waiting for me in front of the pipe.
Yeah, I had to take a tiny detour because doing Flavio, I completely forget that you are using 2 items, and I just grabbed one on the road, so I couldn't get jump storage from the HP drain. So I had to go in floor 2, get the sleepy sheet. But we're fine. What's 1 minute when Jake is gonna wait me 20 at the end?
I wish you weren't right, man.
Wait, I have to spend some FP. That's what we were saying earlier, right? For the
Yeah, you want to be at 5, so you can double dip down to 1.
Just go to see Cheat Repo.
I cannot double dip because I
Cheat Repo.
cheat repo.
The guy that changes your stats. The guy that changes your stats. You can decrease your FP and increase your BP.
Danger Mario Route.
You are a genius, man. That's insane.
What were you gonna do?
What am I gonna do, guys?
Learning the run while running.
I am good.
We love you, Hackedia. We love you so much, man.
So this house is in the background of the right, on the left. It's on the right, right?
It's on the right,
Yeah.
next to the save block.
And it's written in Japanese, so it's gonna be tough to understand everything.
I think you have FP, BP, something like that.
I'm not gonna say anything. You can figure it out.
Oh,
I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
No, the background is falling. No.
You got the same
Just
thing
press A.
Jake
It's
did.
fine. It's fine.
Please, no. Okay, we are fine.
Yeah, so right now Yoshi is in peril to do tons of damage with the Mega Rush P that we got in Chapter 1. All of that damage is coming from the Mega Rushes and the Power Rushes that we bought from the Pianta Parlor.
All right. Oof. I got scared.
Yeah, it's scary for sure.
So now
Yeah,
we're
this
gonna meet, Dark Magician here. So he's asking me something in Japanese, and I will
the
say
top
yes.
option.
That first one
There
is.
you go. What do you want to up?
I want to up BP, guys.
Yes, and what do you want to decrease?
There you
I
go.
want to decrease
There
A.
you
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
he
nice.
saved the run.
Oh, by the way,
Flavio
Flavio just is in space. By the way.
And you can see cheat people.
I'm very glad that in GP they use the same number than us now.
Oh, he didn't die. He's okay. Don't worry. The moon exploded. Flavio, he's not bothered. He's still smiling through it all.
Yeah, that goofy, stupid little
Bringing
grin.
back some memories.
Yeah, exactly. Only for that, actually, of course.
All right, so after this little cutscene here, we're going to try and get some jump storage because we need to go to the 1,000-year door right now, but we also need to go to Dazzle to get a badge called Item Hog. And it's pretty slow to go all the way around and then come back to Dazzle, so we're going to just super jump over the pillar over here. Actually, just kidding. No, we're not, because I have Bobbery. Right.
Yeah.
Now you have this
jump
guy.
storage?
Why you did not break the pillar?
That's what you've done.
Yeah, that's what I did.
No, I mean you.
Oh, yeah. But I wanted to show
I think you forget how to play the game casually.
Well, me too.
Yeah, but now you're closer to the left. Don't go.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm so confused right now. Yeah. I'm showing off with my orange Yoshi. So cool, guys.
Got time for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Soren, thank you very much for the $10. Who writes, it's nice to see these 4 runners play the game masterfully. I'm assuming that the 4th runner is our favorite space pirate. I want to give a special shout out to Jake. You're doing great, man. I hope you're all having a ton of fun. Thank you so much. They didn't go towards either of our incentives, but as a reminder, if you click the Targets tab whenever you're making any donation, you can use whatever you're donating. You can put it towards one of our 2 Dragon Quest XI showcases. Thank you very much for donations. Keep them coming.
All right, and magically Mario has all 7 crystal stars.
We
Don't
got
worry
them all.
about
Earned them.
We
got
earned them fair and square.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I remember picking these all up. That's,
Yeah, no, I watched you pick them all up.
yeah.
Just don't ask any questions.
Yeah. They're all there. Look, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They were definitely not pirated.
I forgot if I
Pirated.
saved, so I'm gonna do that because...
You did.
Oh, you sure I did, yeah. Because I could die because of the input delay and the electrical room. I could definitely die.
Ah, good gamer.
That would be insane. That would be content, I guess.
Chapter 8's a little scary. There's bullet bills that are flying at you that do about 6 damage a pop. So
Did you use the HP drain?
I did not because I didn't have VP. So
You can
or,
save.
FP. So I'm gonna save and then sort glitch, which we can open up the gear
Oh,
menu
yeah.
and then press sort and press start and A on the same frame, and that lets us consume an item, and we're not actually using it. So we consume the item without actually using it, as long as we press A after we eat the item to sort our items a second time. So.
Yeah, the game gets a little bit confused as to which item you're referencing. It knows what you're using, but it doesn't take it away from your inventory.
Sort glitch is Japanese exclusive, so it's very useful for stuff, especially palace skip later on.
Yeah, get ready, guys, because this explanation of this glitch is going to be very, very tough. But I'm sure
Indeed.
both our commentator will do a great job.
For sure.
I don't have it in my handy dandy notebook.
Nice.
Oh, you don't know what palace skip is?
But no, I should have written it down. It's in here somewhere, I swear.
So yeah, maybe Blue Jay, you can start trying to explain the trick.
Yeah, I'll
It's
try.
gonna take a while.
It is gonna, yeah. Let's see, where do I start?
So basically, we don't have the ultra boots, we don't have the super boots. Like we skip some item, like important item in the game. And in the chapter 8, the games is basically made. Then you will use every partner you get in the game and every item you get in the game. So we had to find a way to skip everything, and the most theorized glitch was called the palace skip. So
$5 more
basically,
bucks.
yeah,
Uh,
skipping the whole palace. And Maleo found it. So how would you explain the tricks?
Yeah, so if we didn't do palace skip, we'd have to fight a whole boss and enter the palace where we do a bunch of puzzles. But we don't do that anymore with palace skip. So palace skip involves a lot of moving parts. One of which is Goombella text storage. So we will use Goombella. Kind of like the Jammy Hive skip where we get Goombella's text on the screen, and it will stay on the screen. Sorry, I'm like doing a bad job.
Sure.
Fine, you're doing
But he
good.
found palace skip in his notes.
Yeah,
so.
I have palace skip in my
Right.
notes now. So, like Blue Jay was saying, we want Goombella's text to be on screen, but we also want to control Mario for a reason that will become important later. So what we do is we get Goombella
5 more.
off stage. We get Goombella off screen, and as we are coming up against an item, we use her ability to start talking and grab the item at the same time. So then, with how we've set up the item next to an enemy, the enemy will, once we throw the item, Goombella's text will still stay on screen, but the enemy is free to move around and encounter Mario. And then, keeping the text storage throughout the battle, if we can successfully run away, we will be able to move around freely as Mario with Goombella's text on screen.
It's hard to run away because Goombella only has 2 text boxes, and so to scroll back you have to hit Z, but to run away you need to spam A. So we're constantly pressing Z A to try to run away, but still keep Goombella's text on the screen.
And that's just the first part. So,
Yep.
I hope you're not lost.
Yeah, are you lost? I'm not. I have it all in my notes right here.
Yes.
So after that, I'll explain a little bit about what our goal in Palace Skip is. So in the room that we are starting all this setup in, there's a loading zone beneath the floor that we want to get into. Normally, if you play the game as intended, this room has some stairs that fall down, and you get to see another level, and a whole bunch of different puzzles appear that you have to maneuver around. And so that loading zone is a part of that area. They did use, in fact, the same room for the staired and non-staired versions. So our end goal then is to get under the floor and get into that loading zone. So after that, after we get text storage with Goombella, what we want to be doing is getting closer to that under the ground. And remember how I said that Yoshi can help us teleport earlier? So with the help of that text box and pushing Yoshi into the wall and pushing him out of bounds, we can then, with text storage, getting rid of the text box on the right frame, we can abuse how the game is thinking about partner actions in the overworld and teleport onto Yoshi.
Wasn't paying attention, I guess. I was too captivated by your explanation.
Me too. I'm losing myself in my own explanation.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is.
You'll see it when one of these fine gentlemen gets it first try, and it'll all make sense, and it'll all be fluid and very, very quick.
Absolutely. But yeah, if you're wondering why Alw0 said something about me waiting for 20 minutes at Palace Skip, yeah, that's because we are just at the mercy of RNG. We need to get an item drop from a Phantom Ember, and there's only about a 20% chance of that with the badge item hog equipped. So.
Right, that's why it's so important that we were picking up those star pieces earlier to trade for item hog, because otherwise we'd be fighting a 1 or 2% chance for an item to drop from the Ember that we're trying to get an item from. And each time that we don't get an item drop, we have to reset the game from when we last saved and beat the Ember again and hope for another item drop. So we've got a 1 in 5 chance every time we beat the Ember for an item to drop. Which, yeah, sounds really bad if you're not comparing it to the 1 to 2% chance. But this trick saves so much time that it is worth it.
Yeah, thankfully there is a save block in the room where we do Palace Skip, so minimizes the time loss just a little bit. We don't have to go from too far, but
it's not as bad as it could be.
Imagine if you had to go all the way from Palace Garden to go kill another Phantom Ember.
It is really unfortunate that a trick that relies on a 20% chance to even attempt is at the end of a 2.5-hour run. Luckily, like I said, it's not a run killer. You just have to reset the game and then start from the save block. So it could be worse, but still a lot of time lost from a single trick.
Yeah, so I'm taking an additional encounter here. This was not an accidental encounter. I won a little extra XP. Just gonna make in-game fights a little bit easier, so gonna kill a couple of these guys. Are you kidding?
Nice item drop, Jake.
Oh my gosh. Can't, I don't want an item drop right now. I want an item drop, but, oh no. Okay. That's, man, why is the game like this?
You'll get another one soon, don't worry.
First try, right? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So anyway, now that you listened to my word salad earlier, now that Jake is doing it, I will explain what's going on as it happens. So now we're defeating the Ember so that we can get the item to trigger tech storage on. So we'll see if that happens first try. A 1 in 5 chance.
A little unfortunate that I chose to do my experience this way, but gonna have to level up every time I kill the Ember, which is gonna add up. Hopefully not, but if I have to get another item drop, yeah, this might take a while. Just want a little bit of extra HP, by the way, because the way things are routed normally, the in-game fights are a little bit tight. Not super scary, but things can go wrong if you're not, you know.
Okay, I can work with that. Now?
Just gonna do another couple sword glitches here to heal up my party. Real quick. And as you see, sword glitch actually persists, so as long as I don't
know
bring
what
up
the
the
fight
curve
was.
it'll just stay.
You're not supposed to do this fight like this way usually, but I saved it somehow.
Okay. Well, we'll just save one more time. Just save like 3 times there. Just be safe.
Alright, good luck, Jake.
Thank you. Great. That's not the guy I want to encounter. That's a good start.
Plus $5.
Oh no, I didn't think about that. Oh, that's it. Oh man. I'm at $25.
You should have skip para skip. And para skip skip.
A +5 for Alw0 too.
Don't know how to say it. Come on.
Welcome to TTYD speedrunning. Resetting for an item. Yay.
The last trick of the run, I might add.
Yep.
After it's just smooth sailing.
Pretty much.
Jake, I have to ask, do you have Item Hog equipped?
I do. I will check. I'll check a 3rd time just for you right now. Just for you. It is on.
Oh.
Get away from me, you sneaky money stealer. Oops. Right.
Please wait me a little bit more, Jake.
Believe me, you'll get your wish. if I know anything about this game. It's at least gonna wait till you show up.
Oh no, you're getting the leveling every time?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it's extra 10 seconds every item drop. Or every item drop
looking.
attempt.
Thank you for waiting for me.
Yep.
It's okay. Luckily, Flavio improves your odds by 999% every time.
I didn't know that. What a fun fact.
Yeah. A little fun Easter egg that the devs put in because they definitely knew we could take Flavio to Chapter 8.
Of course they did.
Unfortunately, the odds are also very high that Flavio then keeps the item that he's
Oh, gosh. Only Flavio.
I mean, why do you think he's smiling so much?
He's keeping it under his head.
Yeah. I mean, he's just grinding those items.
Why is it so laggy?
All right. Like I said, not gonna get an item drop until Alw0 shows up. At least it's scientifically proven.
I'm almost there, bro.
I know it's probably gonna miss the next one, and then I'll get it.
And then Alw0 will do the same. Because as a reminder,
That never happened while we were racing 2 months ago.
it was on our first marathon, I think.
Oh yeah, me?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So we said the odds were like about 20-30%. So it would be impossible to do like 25 try item drop, for example. Especially on marathon, right? But that's what Alw0 just did this time, and it was like a world record of item drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane, actually.
Yeah.
You got a world record in a marathon.
That's pretty good job, man. You must have been so happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe you will break the record too.
Yeah,
And you make-
I would hope so.
It makes
Ah,
you
you're getting-
overestimate
now.
by a few seconds.
Nope, that's a heart. You thought. Like I said, you can't get an item until at least one other racer has made its palace skip. It's just a little off.
So last time I counted the odds of having like 25 item drop with these odds, and it was like 1 on 1,000, 100,000s, stuff like that. So this day, if you
Save, bro.
had played lottery, you would have been rich instead. Sad.
So what's your guys' highest count on
25 for me
25?
in a marathon.
Oh, can we beat 25?
We approve.
No, let's not do that.
wait a
Don't wanna
minute.
do that.
Can we please not beat 25?
I won't say mine because he would be mad at me, I guess.
No, my God.
First one?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Are you
Jake.
sorry? You sound so sorry. You seem really sorry. You seem so upset about that. You seem so sorry. Oh my gosh. This
Could have waited for
guy.
me.
I'll wait for you, don't worry, bro.
all right. Now Owl gets the debuff of me trying to explain palace skip as he's doing it. So what Alw0 is doing right now is positioning the item so that when he tries to do the Goombella buffer into the item, the enemy can encounter him. Wow, nice, first try. Now that the text box is up, he has to flee from battle, keeping it up. Nice job. Nice little moonwalk there too.
Thank you.
Throwing in some style points into palace skip. No!
Sorry.
It's very weird to see Flavio here. I'm not used to that.
Still no item, by the way. I mean, anytime is good, dude. Would have liked an item a little while ago.
Oh yes. I was too stunned by Alw0 RNG. I was like, oh, what is he doing here?
He's hanging out.
He succeeded on appearing on black frames. That's insane.
And Flavio really doesn't realize that he's in the way right here.
I got it first try and then cannot do it again.
This is frame perfect. Getting text storage off an item is frame perfect, so pretty tough.
And you have to, while it's frame perfect, you also have to make sure that Goombella is off screen.
Thank you.
By doing these neutral jumps.
Look at it, you got
Inching
the same
closer and
item than me.
closer.
I know, of course. Oops. Mario, why'd you do that? Don't do that.
So I showcased a jump storage for nothing because I opened the past 2 minutes ago. Genius.
There we go. Close the text box this time.
Close.
No.
Yeah, I'm doing that for Jake, obviously.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's really hard to actually get a good chance of fleeing from battle while keeping that text storage open. Because you're mashing A to close the text box.
Go
which
on
you
the
don't wanna
right!
do, and then mashing A to flee from battle.
And of course you touch the wall now.
Another wonderful thing to showcase is that whenever Mario grabs an item, it's a coin flip on which direction it will go, left or right. And when you're positioning the item as precisely as we are to make sure that the Ember can encounter us, we want it to go the right direction.
Okay. It is possible to soft lock if you Goombella Buffer into an encounter. And I was a little afraid I just did that, but we're good.
Yeah, that would be insane. That would
would
be
be
a
bad.
nice showcase, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, actually. I disagree.
They didn't showcase any soft lock. We could have showcased hard lock also with the crash. There is a crash we prevent on the run, and would have been good to try to showcase it. Yeah.
I just realized I had I'm actually not certain how the crash works, but I didn't do the crash prevention. And I
Oh,
meant to hit the
really? You
switch-
didn't?
No, I meant to hit the switch with Bobbery, which is why I didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I forgot. That's
Not sure if it unflag and solve your problem.
Struggling to get text storage here.
Yeah, same for me.
I'm getting close, guys. No pressure. I'm finally here, guys. Finally.
Alright, time to get Palace Kick first try.
So you'll see Alw0 getting the item here. This is for a backup, just in case he doesn't get Palace Skip. He's doing what we call the saving the item. For some reason, if you hit the save block at the same time as Koops encounters the item here, the respawn timer of the despawn timer, of the item no longer changes. And so it will stay on the field without despawning. So if anything does go wrong with Palace Skip, at least he won't have to roll the odds in the 1 in 5 chance over and over again.
Alright.
Good luck.
Alright, so there you saw Alw0 charge up a spin hammer move. That is to make sure that Yoshi, that he's now switched to in battle, spawns in the overworld in the right place, which is inside the wall right now, which is why you can't really see him. Oh. I was holding my breath there. I didn't want to talk while you were trying
Yeah,
it.
thanks for that.
So what was happening there is after closing the text box, you want to correct me if I'm wrong here. You want to sorry, no. I'm all sorts of confused here.
Look at your notes. Come on.
They don't have this part because I didn't know. I just wrote it down. You want to close the text box on the correct frame so that the game teleports you to Yoshi's Y coordinate at the right time. They're doing a setup where they
Nice!
Nice
First try,
job.
baby.
Nice.
Ooh.
Let's go.
I'm getting close.
You have a 2-frame window if you have the setup
GG, Jake!
right. And there you go. Jake is in the loading zone.
Come on, Ember.
What you're looking for is Mario clipping into the ground, but still being high enough to encounter the Ember so that he can run away, be off of Yoshi, so that he can actually hold upright to get into the loading zone. Because when you're on Yoshi and flying, you can't actually do forward and backward movement.
So wait, I didn't see you doing the Palace Scheme more play, bro.
Yeah, I'm in there. I mean, I did it. Thank you. It just kind of happened. What can I say? All right, let's see. What do I want to
I missed my chance. That's on me.
I was too focused on the sound of my own voice, and I didn't even see it happen.
Get out of my... Oh, no! Stop stealing my money! There's like 2 more places you could possibly get an encounter. Well, what a good cause I'm donating my money to.
And you're also trying to wait for us for the sake of the race. Thanks, Jake.
Cool little movement you can do. If you're far enough down on the plane panel, you can sort of just coast right past these pillars.
By the way, Jake, I do really appreciate you doing all that deliberately just to help us further our goal to outside of London, help us get closer to our incentives for Dragon Quest. So much appreciated.
That's right.
Absolutely. $25. All right, in-game fights coming up here. Gonna be using a double dip and point swap to get Yoshi into peril, and then just smashing the R button to ground pound a bunch, basically.
Oh yeah, I will explain this since I glossed over it earlier. So we got double dip specifically to maneuver our FP to 1, and then point swap, which is an item that swaps the HP and FP values that you have. You can choose whether you want to use it on Mario or your partner, but the HP and FP are swapped. So we use that to get Yoshi into peril by using the double dip badge, lowering our FP by 4 down to 1, and then swapping that with Yoshi's HP.
Hello?
Hi.
Anybody around?
Did you take the extra encounter on Garden?
Mm-hmm. We did.
Good thing.
Yeah, just double dip point swap and then 4 ground pounds kills Grotus.
Okay, so since I missed it with Jake, looking at Alw0 here, want to see him underneath the ground, but hit the ember.
Yeah!
There you go.
All right. Nice. Oof. With the proper setup, you can actually have a 2-frame window to hit the Yoshi teleport. A little unclear whether that setup was achieved there.
No.
What?
Oh, what?
How'd you
had
even
it with
make
the hat.
it?
You had the loading zone?
Yep.
You got the loading zone with the hat.
Wow.
Well played.
That was very scary.
Just trying to keep things interesting, you know?
For sure.
Yeah, it wasn't
Alright.
clear if he got the 2-frame setup or not, so he was able to hit the frame perfect input. Very cool.
Alright, Hackedia, that's your turn, man.
Oh yeah.
First try item drop incoming.
Would you regret? Oh wait.
It was waiting for you.
Him? You too, man?
Yeah!
This guy's got a... He's out with a vengeance today.
I think I'm around 50 at the moment.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, so we still have Yoshi in peril from the Grotus fight, so we can just kill Cammy. And then swap so Yoshi's not in danger. Well, he's in danger. He's in peril, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, specific wording is necessary here, yeah. We want to swap him out so that Bowser doesn't attack him.
And then we can put Mario in front and switch to Yoshi so we can get him back out. And then on this turn, Bowser's always guaranteed to bite Mario. Or whoever's in front. You can tell when a stage hazard's gonna happen because there's a little delay, and my brain was saying, don't do it to Yoshi, don't do it to Yoshi. Thankfully, it fell on Bowser.
Yeah, unfortunately, the stage hazards fall at different speeds, so even if you can tell that there's one that's falling, you don't know which it is. So it can be very hard to anticipate when you need to guard.
Man, I almost didn't level up on Bowser. That would have been crazy. 1 star point.
Oh, by the way, Jake, paper mode ending, paper mode ending.
Paper mode ending? Okay, I'll definitely remember that in 10 minutes. Would I forget that? No, me? Never.
Somebody donate and say paper mode ending, just so we don't forget.
Yeah, everybody should go ahead and do it probably, just to be safe.
Yeah, just have a paper mode ending hype train.
Let's do it. Actually, I meant to swap to Bobbery.
Oh, I forgot how you do.
No, I don't. I don't want to swap to
Bobbery.
Bobbery. I need Yoshi. We gotta.
Completely
damage
forgot how
that.
you do Bobbery for the.
You just want to use Bomb Squad.
Okay.
Just try and
But
separate them out.
Turn 1 or turn 2?
Well, you can't do a turn. I guess you could do a turn 1 and then swap to Yoshi. Actually, that probably would be fast. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stand for the old one. I'm not used to that.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So here in the lore, behind the 1,000-year door was actually a 1,000-year-old demon. And the reason why Grotus wanted Peach so bad was because he wanted the demon to possess her. And that's gonna happen right here.
Yeah, this is a nice, family-friendly PG story right here. Demon possession. Good job, Nintendo.
But at least we get a really cool skin of Peach out of it.
Goss Peach.
Oh, also the world is ending, by the way.
Oh.
NBG.
It's kind of a problem, but don't worry about it. Oh,
Yeah,
and
no.
hi, Flavio.
So-
He's shining bright in a world of darkness.
Second try at time for Hackedia.
Yeah, okay, so the world's ending, but Peach has a new outfit and Flavio's there, right?
And he's
Yeah.
chilling.
Oh, it's
all worth
fine
it.
then. It's fine.
He's chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can very, very clearly tell that he's not supposed to be there, as he doesn't
I
change
thought that was a
colors.
soft one.
Everything
Yeah,
else does.
same. I was gambling here.
Also, shout outs to Bowser's theme.
Very good
Like
song.
jamming out in the back.
Oh, the item is getting very bad with me. No way.
I completely forget, but that's actually pretty cool. Bobbery has 20 HP, so that's way more than 10.
Quite a bit.
Dying
20
is.
is more than 10.
Yep.
Last I checked.
That is true. We get a check on that, actually? We have any mathematicians?
Thanks.
And let me get the voice in the lab to crunch the numbers.
All right. It's 20 greater than 10.
My notes say maybe.
Sounds right. Maybe sounds right. Yeah, so the way Shadow Queen's first phase works is we basically need to deal, I believe it's about 40 damage, 43, something like that. 40 damage to her first phase, and then she'll transform, and she becomes invulnerable. We just need to attack her at least once per turn for 3 turns, and then we'll push phase. With Bobbery, you can use Bomb Squad, because each bomb actually counts as a separate hit. So, for some reason, it seems to be one of the only, possibly the only attack. I don't know of any other attacks that are coded that way, but it can speed up the second phase a little bit.
Yeah, normally you would only see that in a glitchless run or in, I believe, like 100%.
Got this.
Because normally you wouldn't have Bobbery, so this is a nice little treat on top of having Flavio with us.
That's good. Nice side.
Yeah.
We have an update. We're not sure exactly whether or not 20 is greater than 10, but if someone donates $20 and someone else donates $10, we can compare the numbers then, and we can use that scientific data.
That's
What a
clever.
great
Come on.
idea.
That was late. Yeah, I guess it's due to the lagged input, I guess. Makes sense. Could have been sooner.
Yeah, that was 6 frame, right?
Oh, maybe later, yeah.
Maybe 7?
Even later, I guess.
Okay, so
Unlucky.
Oh, the Super Water is gonna be very hard. Okay.
Nice.
Bit soon.
Yeah, the game decided that 1 in 5 chance wasn't good enough. We actually have to throw a couple coin flips in there for the item direction first, and then for fleeing battle.
Come on, game.
Okay.
I don't want to face him.
Jake, paper mode.
There we go.
paper mode.
Oh, wow, the clutch.
Woo!
It's always under control, of course.
Yeah, so if you hold R right at the end of this cutscene, Mario will be in paper mode for the rest of Epilogue. Except sometimes he exits paper mode, and I'm not really sure why, but usually he just stays like this forever.
Can you just hold R for the rest of the run?
Can you do it?
Yeah, sure.
Linguini-assisted speedrun.
Oh no, I invalidated your run.
I will.
Can't submit this.
Oh, shame.
You're floating percent.
I lose.
I mean, someone did say good luck to the 4 runners earlier. We now know who the 4th runner was.
It was him the whole time.
No, I don't want to run any percent.
Too bad, you're doing pal skip. Get up here, come on.
No.
This isn't any percent, this is Flavio percent.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind. It's worth it.
Oh wow, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I've ever done the Flavio paper mode combo. I don't know, that's kind of unfortunate actually. Flavio's
Wait, are
less
we-
funny in 2 dimensions.
Yeah. Are we not playing Paper Flavio?
We might be actually.
What?
You know what? I think that's the newest game for the Switch too. They're making that.
I think you were too close from the wall, actually.
I was too
Yeah, he thought that would have been before.
too far. I was too far away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Flavio's not in paper mode anymore, so I guess he just kind of does his own thing, you know.
Dang.
As always.
Oh, I have Yoshi.
Doing
I
his
can.
best to fit in with the punies.
I lost the. Yeah. My bad.
Now we get all this cutscene of all the people that we met and saved.
Oh yeah.
And we helped them.
You guys remember coming here? Chapter 4? Surely.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
chapter that we went to.
Yeah, that definitely happened at some point between 2 and 6, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went all over. We went to 1, 2, 7, 6.
I mean, I do appropriately have a $20 donation from Noki Doki, who writes, donated to check if 20 is more than 10. Given the chapter numbers, you never know.
True.
You know, the guys in production are very hard at work. We've got all the lab geniuses. We've also just woken up the entire crew.
What
I'm
happened
fine, I'm
now?
fine, I'm fine, I'm fine.
It's
I'm
fine,
I'm
it's not confusion.
Woof! Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was something else than confusion.
I was scared for a moment.
Actually, Flavio in paper mode is funny. I changed my mind. I like it.
Also, best music in the game incoming. Or at least, it's my favorite.
It's a good one. And now with the power of friendship, we can defeat the Shadow Queen.
That's
For the second game in a row.
Wait, this is about friendship? I thought we were going for item drops.
The power of item drops and friendship.
Oh, I see. Okay. I've understood now.
Yeah, I understand it's confusing because, yeah, those two are polar opposites.
All right, honestly, don't have too much stress about here since I took the extra encounters earlier. I have 25 HP, so this fight is very comfy. We're going to double dip and point swap, and then Boost Sheet as well onto Yoshi, so he becomes invincible. Boost Sheets make you invincible for 2 turns. So she cannot kill Yoshi. Use my last point swap. Very carefully menu over to Shadow
You
Queen.
just have to target the good one.
Exactly, yeah. Don't want to attack the hand. That would be very bad.
Flavio is helping the power of friendship right here.
Look at him shining.
He really is the main character. He's got the spotlight
sorry.
on him.
True. All right.
And
A ground pound X3 should kill here. We're gonna do 4, just for good luck.
I don't know. Alw0 might beat you if you do 4. Oh, Jake.
yeah, GG, Jake.
GG, yay. We still got about 6 minutes left, 6.5. Not coming up on time for a bit, but just mashing for the rest of the run.
And don't worry, there will be Flavio in the mashing.
Thank goodness. Oh yeah. Also, it's pretty funny to watch the epilogue cutscene when Mario's in paper mode. Here in a second. Just watch Mario. He does some funny stuff.
He's wobbling a bit right now.
He do be wobbling. He's jamming.
Jelly Mario, the new franchise.
Why is there wind blowing in here?
So if you have like any donation,
Yes, we do. In fact, thank you very much. Tuppence. $25. It says Tuppence, Mally's cousin. And the message reads, "Go, Scott, go!" And remember, at the end, there will be special soup for you. That did not make it to any of our incentives. So, by the way, in case you're unaware, when you do donate, and we do hope you do, you're raising it for an incredible cause.
Mario? Where are you going?
You can click the target tab, and it will let you select one of our ongoing targets.
what is he doing?
Mario's just, he's got some stuff on his mind. He's busy. He's pacing around, getting some fresh air. Oh,
And
Okay,
is
bye.
Flavio gonna come back?
see you later, Mario. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, there he is.
Oh. Oh, I guess Mario is gone forever.
He rescued Peach and now he's out.
He did his job. I mean, there's nothing. Oh.
By the way, Flavio can walk on water.
Yeah, so it turns out he is the protagonist. He is, in fact, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. He fell in the water. Well,
Oh, no, there he is.
goes
He's
that.
fine.
Oh, he's back.
He didn't fall in the water. He's not wet. Look at him.
Look at all the friends we got, too.
Yeah, we definitely met every single one of
All
these beautiful people.
No, the secret is Flavio met all those beautiful people and brought them along for the epilogue.
True.
That checks out to me.
Oh, Flavio even talked there. Good for him.
And this is because all of you guys were so generous with your donations.
Thank you guys for bringing Flavio to ESA. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
really
you.
hoping for that. Oh, by the way, we're not in paper mode anymore. Mario got tired.
I think we saw the best of it, but
And yeah, epilogue. That first part of epilogue is by far the best part. So, and it's also by far the slowest part.
Yeah, I completely forget about paper mode ending, like always. It's just gonna be a regular end for me.
Hey man, Flavio's here.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
We're chilling. No, nothing can possibly go wrong.
Doing some exercise.
Oh.
Oh.
You thought Flavio wasn't coming along for the boat ride. You're wrong.
Flavio, they're kind of having a moment here. Do you want to give them some privacy?
They don't mind.
Is Mario just third wheeling this?
So because we're about I'm about to overestimate if I continue trying this palace skip. Unfortunately, I'm gonna load a backup save. So usually in marathon we use a backup save in case we don't succeed on doing the palace skip. So it allows us to skip it and go through the runs. We never had the chance to use it yet, so that's the first time. That's
Yeah, I
bad.
think it's the first time then someone used a backup save. And I'm glad this is you. This is not mean, because actually Hackedia won all the race that we did in a marathon. I always lose to him. So I'm glad today you didn't win.
I take that,
Yeah,
no
but-
problem.
The break is over.
Does this mean that Hackedia is about to give us a palace skip?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh, new tech, everyone.
So Inception, palace skip Inception, yeah.
And similarly to Paper Mario 64, in the epilogue, we have a nice collection of cutscenes that sort of show what all the partners that we definitely encountered on our journey are doing without Mario. And Flavio is with all of them at the same time somehow.
I mean, wouldn't you want to hang out with Flavio?
He's just that powerful.
I would. Oh, watch out for that. Oh, he's got his AirPods in.
Oh, he's okay. He left his AirPods in. Oh, no. Oh, wow. The one place Flavio doesn't look out of place. Chapter 5.
And then in Poshley Heights, the rich people place, it checks out.
Yes.
Thank you for all the support on the chat.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
On the moon!
Space pirates.
My favorite movie.
Space Pirates, this is Super Metroid. Oh my gosh.
It was Super Metroid all along. Jake,
Oh.
they were
he
right.
fell in the water.
What? No.
Watch him falling,
Oh,
watch him
no.
falling!
Flavio, wait!
No. Oh,
Flavio, no! Flavio!
he's trying to do bridge skip. He doesn't know that was 2.5 hours ago.
And you require a bridge also to skip.
That's true, there's no bridge.
So the end time for...
Yes, end time's coming up right here. It's
Yep.
going to be at the Circle to Black. Right
yeah,
after
the
Peach's
first
last text
full
box.
black frame, yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be a nice 47? 46,
Yeah.
maybe? Maybe 46? And time for Jake.
All right. And wait, keep your eyes on the screen. Keep your eyes peeled. Oh! There goes our goat. Thank you, Flavio. All right.
How did you feel about your run?
I won.
Yeah, that's
I think that's a good resume, yeah?
Yeah, that was a run, certainly. We'll say that.
yeah. That's harder on marathon rather than at home, right?
Sorry?
That's more difficult on marathon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not. Most of my runs are not 247, but yeah.
Especially on
247 with Flavio.
Yeah,
Oh, that is true.
Flavio percent.
That has at about 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean,
247 with Flavio and the luck you got on Palace Skip, that is not too shabby at
not
all.
bad.
Yeah.
That was like 7th try item drop, something like
Yeah,
that.
7 or 8, yeah.
I really can't complain.
But you got
Yeah.
you got an amazing chapter 3, so.
Well, that's what it's about,
I
huh?
would love to hide behind excuses, but he had first time item drop, so he doesn't have any.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you got such a good chapter 3, and you ignore the
I
fact
could have
got-
won, I lost. That's on me. Skill issue, I know. The game tried to give me my chance.
A lot of pressure hitting Palace Skip.
Yeah.
And any run, but especially in a marathon setting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the Gombela text storage was awful.
Yeah, I know.
That was something.
Yeah. Too many frame perfect inputs.
Yeah, we used the word frame perfect. There's a hyphen. Is that one word? Anyway, we said that a lot throughout this run, and it's worth remembering. This game is at 60 frames per second, so frame perfect is definitely very difficult. And in addition to that, lots of these tricks are not only frame perfect, but they're also position precise. I won't say pixel perfect, but the angles and the positions are very important and very tough to do.
So imagine having half a second input delay. That's another level. I'm very glad I did Cherry with this input delay because I was very afraid of that. I could took like 10 minutes on it, honestly. So at least.
It's gonna be end time for me too. First black frame. And time.
GG Alw0.
Nice.
Thank you guys.
Okay. And now all the eyes are turned in my run. I need to not do anything bad. No. Let's take Ultra Shroom here for safety. Even if we are in a backup save, so we can have pretty much everything for finishing the run. So in case you didn't knew, something is hiding here behind this door. What could that be?
I'm wondering what this is.
It's a surprise to will help us later.
Oh wait, what happened to Peach? He's laying on the floor.
Yeah, I think TTYD was that was the first time for TTYD at ESA ever. If I'm not,
All right.
if I'm not wrong.
What an honor.
Yeah.
It was also for Paper Mario, the first one, right?
Pape 64.
I'm not sure if Pape 64 has
I'm
ever
not
been
sure
at
either.
ESA, honestly.
Might be too. But yeah, having the two first Paper Mario here at ESA at the same
That's
ESA
insane.
was pretty cool. Love
Especially
racing
to
you
get to
guys.
run with my two friends,
Yeah,
Alw0 and Hackedia.
We should do that more often.
Oh, that's an incredible experience to do a speedrun on a marathon for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alw0, for telling me to come to ESA.
Yeah, you're welcome, dude. I'm glad you went.
Me too, man. Thank
Crossed
you.
the whole ocean to come
I
here.
did. It was well worth it.
And it's not over yet.
Now I get to party. I don't got any more
Yeah.
runs. We're going crazy, man.
I don't know. Are you
We should
regretting
get
this a little bit, Alw0? You could have been first if Jake wasn't here.
As
No,
long
like
as
I-
Hackedia loses.
Yeah. I told him before the race, I don't care who is winning, but Hackedia cannot win. Like,
Yeah,
it's you or me. I don't
Actually,
care.
he paid me a lot to end up last, so
Yeah,
I had to take it.
Yeah, I select the FP. I did.
Oh, dude, come on.
Oh.
I can blame you.
That's
With the
insane.
input delay, you're used to do what you do usually, so yeah.
I tried to put some space, but it was not enough, man. That's
Like, actually,
insane.
this mistake didn't really affect your run since we went to get Flavio, so that was like a tiny detour to...
Yeah,
it was
1
fine,
minute,
though.
maybe.
Yeah, that was very quick. And then fast Hooktail, you had FP for chapter
Yeah.
3. Like, it's not that bad with this incentive, actually.
And we've been able to showcase the magic, the maze.
Yeah, the triple magic, yeah. Yeah, true.
Flavio saved
not?
the run.
Flavio
So
saved the run, that's true.
you may have some times to showcase some specific glitches if you want. While I'm doing the Shadow Queen for the third time.
Well, I mean, if you're going to ask, I might as well.
Show what you got, Jake.
Maybe
Show them.
we can show some teleporter room early.
I wanna
That's
see.
what did that.
Yeah.
No.
I wanna see one especially. Yeah. I wanna
You
see
don't want to
two
do
more.
the tube Monterey, Jake?
Oh please.
Dumo
please.
TRE, no thanks.
Ask it in the chat, please, guys. That's a forgotten trick we have not done on any percent for ages now. Maybe it's 5 or 6 years ago we were doing that.
Yeah,
Well-
we both start running this game when the tube Monterey was found, and that was crazy. Like, the route was being changing every week.
That was insane. There was
Yeah, before the jump storage, like the infinite jump you saw all across the run, like we abuse about this glitch a lot. Show the
Was it
email
the
crash, Jake. Was asking. Show the email crash. You could.
The email crash?
Yeah.
Okay, I should do that. I should cap it off with that, because then I'll have to turn the console off.
Oh, okay.
Was the tumor theory the first theory?
No, that was the most theory. Most theory was the first on US though. The Bobbery glitch.
Oh, by
You know
way.
the Bobbery glitch with the Fury super slide was the first ever theory.
Wow. That's
And
a
we
long
did
time
this one.
ago.
That's the first one we learned. And then while we were learning it, tumor theory was found.
Who's that? Who's
And I
down
think
there?
that was like for
That's
1
stupid.
month, something like this. We had to get a
Oh, it is.
bushy.
Who are they?
That was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, the FSS was the first theory. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and showcase a glitch called Star Shot here.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
good
that's
one.
interesting. Yeah.
It is one of the coolest tricks in the entire game, in my opinion. I'm gonna try and get text storage first, but you saw how we got text storage earlier, so I'm not gonna stress out too much about getting it.
Yeah, from what Jake is gonna show you guys, you're gonna see something very particular in this game.
Take it. Oh, you're not doing a run? I'll give you first try item drop all day, dude. No problem. Any day, man.
I mean, a 1 in 5 chance. I mean, those are pretty good odds.
Yeah, we saw that earlier.
Good for some people, I guess.
Oh, Jake, we have a problem.
What?
You don't have the crystal star.
That's true. That's pretty true.
That's a point you made.
Yeah, just warp sequence and just generate an item maybe. That would be
Yeah,
faster.
that's a good point. You kind of need the star to do star shot, don't you? That's why I should have warped by sequence.
Yeah,
Instead of
thanks,
warped by
Chad.
location.
you saved the showcase, Chad. Thank you. Why do you have the pink Yoshi, bro?
Because he's my favorite. You don't like him?
Oh, we get to see a fourth
Ah.
color Yoshi.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
What's wrong with his hair?
It looks like a
It's just
leaf
hair.
sticking out of his head.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, it reminds me the singer. How it's called again?
What?
You know the singer with his.
We have a five Yoshi! This one is one of my favorite. The white one is beautiful. That's actually not the same.
Actually, the white and the black one are kind of shiny because they are one of 16, which is not much, but which makes them the rarest Yoshis of the game.
So for Star Shot here, first we get text storage with an item. Well, first we get an item drop, then we get text storage. And then we can toss the item and get jump storage from it as well. Oh my gosh. This guy snuck up on me. You know what? I want you to die.
You can also press Y 3 times, you know, nobody will say anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the arm. Get out of here. I don't feel like mashing. You guys got a dizzy dial? Leave me alone.
This is a great time to mention that the practice codes for this game are amazing.
Yeah.
And the community behind this game is fantastic as well. I believe all the racers have said so far how good the community is behind this game, finding tricks, finding ways to save time. It's honestly very cool.
Yeah, shout out to Zephydas for that. Really
Yeah,
huge
absolutely.
work on that.
So, once you get text storage and jump storage, you can jump up here. And... Oh. Try that again.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just gonna cheat, guys. It's okay.
And now imagine the crystal star was in our hand.
Yeah, with the practice codes, we can just get text storage with the button combination. And same with jump storage.
Are you about to showcase something, Alw0 on your side?
Yeah, maybe a tiny jump storage theory.
Or Jump storage? Okay.
Remind me the old day, you know.
I was seeing you approaching this door. I was like, Timothée.
So first, when the jump storage, yeah, okay. Let's check Jake's screen first.
What?
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, you were on the page 2, page 1.
Ah.
Close. So yeah, what Jake is trying to do is basically to grab the crystal star with cubes, because cubes, you know, can grab some item in the overworld. And yeah, the crystal star is also an item. It's an important item, but you can actually get the crystal star with cubes.
It's placed on the map as an item, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And with that, you can skip like the old cutscene we saw earlier in the run.
Aw.
Are you not a tiny bit far on the right?
I don't think so. Maybe a little bit.
And this trick is used in other category, especially on all crystal star. Because if you get the crystal star this way, you save like around 2 minutes.
There we go.
3 minutes.
So yeah, you
there
can
we
just
go.
grab that, and then you can skip all those cutscenes. So yeah, Start Shot's pretty cool. Looks really
Nice.
flashy.
So why do I like Timothée? It's because you have one frame for it, and in this frame you have to press not one, not two, but 3 inputs in the same frame. That's what makes it insane. Besides all that's around this glitch, which is also something. So that's really something.
I don't even remember how I was holding the controller to do this.
Oh yeah, jump storage TRE is really cool as well. Sadly, we can't do that in this run.
Yeah, I think I did it.
We don't have a way to get jump storage. Yeah, very cool.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, did you land up top?
Yeah. I think that's because my unpause was bad, if I remember correctly.
Hopefully, it's been a while since I tried this trick, so hopefully I'll actually be able to showcase it. What sequence is this? Pianta.
Oh yeah, Dom Pianta. Show the Dom Pianta soft lock.
Yeah.
We'll
I
do
think
about
we're gonna.
7 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna. No, we're not gonna watch the credit. I think. Please don't die.
Play down Yoshi also.
Did I did it? Yeah, finally.
Nice. Yeah, jump storage TRE is really cool. I like it a lot, but it's pretty tricky.
Yeah, that was the first based thing when jump storage was discovered, I think.
And now that's GG.
Nice run.
GG Hackedia.
Thanks. I'm not proud of it, but thank you very much.
No, you did well, friend. You did well.
So, in other categories, such as all crystal stars, we get to do a trick here in Chapter 3 that requires Ultra Hammer. I don't have that, so I'm going to add it to my inventory right now. But you saw how we did Ultra Hammer early. We can do that sort of similarly. You can do the same exact way, do TRE, and then get jump storage off the door and go do it. And once you're in here, you can jump from this couch and do a spin jump at the peak of your jump, and you'll land up here. And there's no collision on this, so you can just go into the vent, and it puts you at the very end of Chapter 3. So you can skip the entire chapter.
Yeah.
Cheater.
The only thing you need is a super hammer to break the vent now.
And we don't do that because you don't get Yoshi this way.
Yeah.
Because you get Yoshi in the middle of Chapter 3, so we just skip right past Yoshi. So only a few categories are actually able to do this. But yeah, from here you just come in and read the note, and then you can go fight Grubba.
If you leave the room without reading the door, you suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I thought I might want to mention that. If anyone
And
felt like trying it, I guess.
That's why I've done. One day there were Twitch play Paper Mario, and we were able to try to do some glitches on that. And
We
I
did did bookcase jump and Twitch plays Paper Mario.
I did
Yep.
a bookcase jump on
We
spectator
did
Paper Mario.
jump storage. We did like.
We did Bobbery early. I remember figuring
Yeah,
out Bobbery
yeah.
early. That was fun.
But the thing is, I left the room before reading the mail because I forget about that, and then I soft locked the game, and the person behind Twitch played Paper Mario had to hard reset and a lot of save.
All right.
I
Well,
think we don't need to watch the credit for Hackedia. We watched that twice already.
Yeah.
Thanks again, ESA, to get us.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you very much for that. We really are incredibly happy for this showcase, for sure. Thank you
Absolutely.
very much.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks,
Yeah.
both commentator.
thank
Did
you
it
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks
brother.
for
Great
the
job.
crowd.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you again, ESA, and see you soon.
Great. Thank you very much for an amazing run. We're going to set up for our next run, which is Dragon Quest XI.